After picking up a win last Friday over Henry County, the Spencer County Bears enter Week 5 of the high school football season 2-2. Tonight, the final tune-up before district play begins next week. The Bears are on the road again as we've traveled to South Louisville to take on the Fairdale Bulldogs. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Fairdale High School and the Teacup Pregame Show. Alongside John Hutchins, I'm Bo Bruner, and we're here with GHP-SPORTS to bring you Week 5 of Bears football. John, the Bears, they evened up their record last week with the victory over Henry County, and they didn't only win, they done it in a very convincing way.
And you know, Bo, really being there at that game, doing that game, it's nice to have that check mark, another check mark in the win column for the Bears. And you know, we talked about this coming over a little bit. I really think the Bears are starting to kind of catch their stride this season. I see us, we're better at so many aspects of the game, all three actually. And if the Bears, if they continue to improve the way they have been and play games like they did last weekend, we're going to be right where we need to be for these district battles and maybe even make a deep run in November.
The sun is already gone down behind the trees, John, behind us. We're already in the shade.
Wait. Before we go to anywhere else, though, I don't know if the people in the trailer can hear me right now, but we need to have this camera that's up here by us spun around so they can see the creature comforts that Bo Bruner has while he's up here on top of this press box. I don't see it moving yet. I don't know if they're listening to me or not. Maybe we'll get that a little bit later. But, yeah, Bo's kind of sprawled. Oh, here we go. Here we got one spinning. You get to see what Bo actually goes through.
It's tough.
It is.
It really is. All the stars are out here tonight, John. We've seen Coach Hall. Talked to him a minute ago. North Bullitt's got an off week this week. Fairdale's in their district, so they come here to do a little scouting and watch his old team.
Yeah, it was good to see Coach Hall.
Yeah, we're going to take our first break on the Teacup pregame show, but when we come back, we'll take a look at last Friday's victory over Henry County and get you set for tonight as we're now about 27 minutes away from kickoff. You're watching Bears football on GHP Sports.
The Cooperative Extension Office is here to serve all residents of Spencer County with educational and research-based programs. We offer programs for youth 5 to 18 years old through our 4-H program, where youth can make the best better. We offer free soil testing, and if you love to get your hands dirty, consider becoming a master gardener. We also offer programs for prevention, wellness, and individual family development, or you can check out our homemaker groups. We are located at 100 Oak Tree Way off Highway 44 in Taylorsville, Kentucky. Come in and see us or check us out on our website or Facebook.
At Acadia Counseling, we offer a professional, down-to-earth approach for adults, families, couples, and adolescents who are looking for lasting results in a non-judgmental environment. Located in St. Matthews and offering telehealth straight to your phone or Wi-Fi enabled smart device, Acadia Counseling offers evening and weekend appointments. Give us a call or schedule from our website and create a brighter future for yourself or a loved one.
Welcome back to Fairdale High School and the Teacup pregame show. And John, last Friday the Bears picked up a 40-14 win over Henry County back in Taylorsville. A game the Bears jumped out early, took the lead, never looked back from the get-go. On their first possession of the game, they went 57 yards on 5 plays. Caleb Higdon had a big 30-yard run during that drive that actually set up the touchdown run by Keon Davis.
Yeah.
He kept the ball on the option, took it around the left side for 13 yards into the end zone. Jackson Brown, he then added the extra point, and that gave the Bears a 7-0 lead, and we were only 6 minutes into the first quarter. On the Bears' second possession, they went 80 yards on 8 plays. Noah Kropp capped that off with an 11-yard run. And the PAT was no good, and with 9:13 left to go in the first half, the Bears led 13-0. All this time, John, they're shutting down this Henry County offense, and Bears got it back on their last possession of the half. They had a 4-play, 56-yard drive, John. It just took 27 seconds for Keon Davis to hit Armin Smalley in stride for a 33-yard touchdown. Brown added the extra point, and that gave the Bears a 20-0 lead, and they took that lead into the locker room.
Dominance. I mean, that's the word that come to my mind when it come to that first half. You know, that's what we saw from Spencer County, especially from our defense. You know, going to kind of tell a little story on us a little bit, Bo. You've talked about how we worry about different people who are going to be gone after the graduation. And you know, we're a little concerned coming into this season replacing that defensive front four for the Bears. And even though they may have had a little bit of a rough start, you know, between some scrimmages and some early games, you know, we're seeing these guys get better and better every week. Coach Marksberry, you know, throughout that half, he did just what we expected. Well, most of the time. But we'll get to that. The Bears, they were able to move the ball and at a nice steady pace, and more importantly, they moved the chains, finished the drives. They were able to control the clock, really control the pace of that first half. I think all of us, you know, were excited to see the bounty of running backs that are able to gain chunk yardage for the Bears. You know, you talked about a few of them right there that scored. We already knew coming into this season that Jake Green was, I mean, you said, I mean, it's the bell cow. I mean, this is the guy that's going to go out there that everybody's going to have circled, and when we play him, got to handle number two. He's a beast out there, and he is a great running back. But then when you add in Kropp, Higdon, Phelps, guys like this, Bo, they're picking up chunk yardage. And that's doing huge things for our offense, as we saw last weekend, because Henry County can no longer sit back there and focus all their attention on number two. They could not just plan on shutting down Jake Green because everybody else is just gaining yards. And it makes these linebackers have to stop, take that extra second before they commit on reading of their play. Now back to what we were going to talk about, though. Coach Marksberry doing what we all expected in that first half, except for one time. The gutsy call at the end of the second quarter to go to Smalley for the touchdown. I mean, wow. I didn't expect that. I don't think anybody really expected it. But, Bo, that's just some great coaching staff working together, communicating well together, and knowing when to strike. You know, that play right there, even though it was just to end the first half, really might have been the play that put the nail in the coffin for the Henry County Wildcats.
You know, even we'll get to some things here in the second half, but J.J. Fisher, another one of those running backs, yes, John, that we've seen even last week. He had the second most yards on the team and was still playing against the ones for Henry County. Yep. Coach Marksberry put him in later in the game, and he's actually shown a lot of possibilities for, you know, if somebody goes down, it is football, and we hope and pray that don't happen.
Exactly.
But you've got another guy there that's ready to step in and take that spot. We go on to the second half, and the opening kickoff, Henry County tried an onside kick. Jeffrey Blanzett held that in at the 50-yard line, giving the Bears excellent field position. And then the Bears went that 50 yards in 6 plays. Jake Green ran it in from inside the 1. Brown tacked on the PAT with 9:31 left in the third quarter. Spencer County was up 27-0. And on Henry County's following drive, they turned it over on downs, giving Spencer County great field possession again. And on the Bears' first play from scrimmage, Keon Davis hit Noah Kropp out in the flat. Noah did the rest by taking it 33 yards to the house after a huge block by Caleb Higdon. That freed him up to get him into the end zone. Jackson Brown put on the PAT. It's 34-0 with 7:09 left in the third. And then the following drive for the Bears, Paxton Truitt came in at quarterback. They went 59 yards on 9 plays. Truitt took it in from 5 yards out on the first play in the fourth quarter. Now, Jackson Brown PAT banged off the upright and was no good, but the score was 40-0, and that put us into the running clock with 11:55 left to go in the game. During the fourth quarter, Henry County scored a couple touchdowns. I'm sure it's something Coach Eldridge has harped on this week, but it was against the 2s and 3s that was in the game, and they still had their 1s in, but you give you your final score, 40-14. Keon Davis was our Trevor Brown Construction Player of the game. He's 2 of 4 through the air for 66 yards. Both completions went for touchdowns, both for 33 yards, one to Armin Smalley and one to Noah Kropp. Davis also ran the ball 4 times for 49 yards and a touchdown, capping off, to me, without a doubt, his best night in a Spencer County uniform.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And so, okay, we're talking about this second half. I want to talk a little bit about a few plays that broke big for the Bears. Bo, you mentioned the scoring drive where there was, went out to Crop on the outside, and Caleb Higdon had that huge block to spring him open and to give him a path to the end zone. So, Bo, I think for the most part, everybody would talk about, Spencer County being a good running team. And, we see other teams, that run the ball well, that do a great job of it. And a lot of things that you're going to see in common with these teams, you're going to see an offensive line that blocks well, and you're going to see, a good stable of running backs, good vision, good speed, power with the running. But there's another level. And I think Spencer County's starting to get to that level now. And this is something you and I are actually discussing it driving over here, that the difference between a good running team and a great running team is where you start to have these skill position players on the outside blocking at an elite level. When you start having these guys who no longer care about the fact that they're not carrying the football themselves, but are going out there and making great blocks on the outside linebackers, on the corners, on the safeties, and really helping spring that guy open into just open space on the field to get those extra yards. I mean, that matters. That moves chains. That puts points on the scoreboard. That does so many things to help out the Bears to be able to do that. And, you get that type of effort. We saw that too from a scoring play. I believe it was also in the second half from Armin Smalley, where Armin was able to get a huge block on the outside. And it wasn't a scoring play, but it was a sweep, I believe, that came around to the near side of the field. Armin had this huge block that easily gained us another 8 or 10 yards simply because he had that selfless attitude on the outside and is willing to make those blocks against their speed. We get our speed in space, that's great. But when we're in space, we're facing the opponent's speed. And so to have somebody knock them down, get them out of the way, man, that's huge. And then you talk about our Trevor Brown Construction player of the game, Keon Davis. Bo, he's growing. He's learning, and he's getting better and better. And so when I think about Keon, I think about the fact, what we saw with scrimmages, what we saw early season, and now how he's reading better. He's getting some better passes off. He's running the ball better. And he's getting to the point now where, there's a trust between him and Coach Marksberry. And that trust is important with your quarterback. When you're a head coach, you got your quarterback, you get that trust. That then allows you to talk openly to each other. Keon comes off the sidelines. If Coach Marksberry asks him, hey, what did you see there? What made you do this? What made you do that? Right or wrong? Let me know what you saw so I know you processed this correctly. So I know next time in a pressure situation, if I need to make this call, that you're going to understand what you're looking at, what you need to see, and what you need to do. And Keon's starting to get to that level. We get to that level of quarterback as a sophomore, somebody who Coach Marksberry is going to have for a few more years. Bo, that's huge, and that can have big, big implications on the next couple of years for that kid.
We're going to step away on the Teacup pregame show for just a minute, but on the other side, we're going to look at our Taylorsville Community Church players to watch and get to know these Fairdale Bulldogs. We'll have all that more as we are now about 15 and a half minutes away from kickoff. You're watching Bears football on GHP Sports.
For over a century, the People's Bank has been assisting our community with their financial needs. The key to that success has been the close connections we have made with the people in the community we serve. Come in today at our main office located in historic downtown Taylorsville at 23 West Main Street, or at our branch located at 5511 Taylorsville Road in Fisherville, and see how we can serve you. The People's Bank is proud to support the efforts of our local athletic programs. Go Bears!
Hello, I'm Sean Willard, Principal Auctioneer, Broker, and Co-owner of the H. Berry Smith Realtors and Auctioneers. I'm a third-generation auctioneer, been in the business over 20 years, and learned the business as a young boy under my mentor, Barry Smith, my grandfather, Bill Willard, my father, Paul, and my current business owner and partner, Jimmy Willard, my uncle. I've learned over the 20 years in being in the auction business that most auctions come with a problem or situation that needs to be solved. Let our experience and national exposure be your solution to all your auction needs. Give us a call today.
Welcome back to Fairdale High School and the Teacup pregame show, John. Beautiful night. It was hot earlier today.
Yep.
Now that this sun has kind of gone down behind these trees behind us, the whole field is in shade, and it's got cooled off quite a bit since we got here.
Sprawled out in your lounge chair.
Yeah. So let's take a look at our Taylorsville Community Church players to watch for tonight. First for Fairdale, quarterback number 11, Jarrell Butler. Butler took over the QB1 spot when James Myers got hurt. Actually, John, in this game last year, we were over here, and he's not let go of that position since. He's a wide receiver by trade, and he's 6'4", junior. He's an absolute athlete.
Yep.
Versatility he showed as a sophomore kind of got to be reined in a little bit as he continues to transition to full-time quarterback, but his coach says his best ability is the ability to improv and extend plays, but sometimes he can do that a little too much and, get himself into trouble. Through 4 games this year, he's 35 of 80 for 358 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. He's got negative yardage running the football despite having the second most rushing attempts on the team. But Johnny's been sacked 12 times. I think that's got more to say about his offensive line than it does him.
And, we talked about this Wednesday night, Bo. We got together for film. And Butler, you're right. He is a great, great athlete. But, he's got, maybe, I guess I'd call it an Achilles heel. Jarrell's the type of quarterback, when you get a little bit of pressure on him, he panics. He struggles with that. A great quarterback is someone who will stay calm, who finds a way to allow that game to slow down, even in the face of pressure. And Butler, he tends to kind of go into scramble mode a little bit, as soon as the ball's snapped. He's instantly looking for an exit, when the ball hits his hands. And this is something, though, that can also make him dangerous. And you mentioned he doesn't have the largest yardage total, -8 yards. He's taken some sacks. But when you take a kid who's an athlete, who's used to running with the football in his hands as a receiver, you get too much pressure on him and give him a lane to break out, and he can still hurt you. He's still an athlete. He can still run. So the Bears, of course, going to have to do what they can to contain him and not give him a running lane. Also with that pressure, he has still had a little bit of success throwing the football, but you make him uncomfortable, you get some guys on him, you get some guys blitzing, and he makes mistakes. He's going to give us some opportunities for interceptions as he tends to throw the ball up. He gets these high arcing passes when he's under pressure. You get a secondary that's kind of playing in like a ball hawk type of a thing. They get underneath that ball, man, that's an easy turnover right there, and that's an easy way for the Bears to get them off the field.
For Spencer County, we'll go with another junior, linebacker Aiden Trammell. Now, despite missing a game and a half, he's 4th on the team in tackles and is always one of the first ones down the field on kickoff coverage. Last week, he even caused a fumble on the kickoff.
Yep.
Fairdale's Butler, he's going to look to throw the football, John, and if he tucks it to run, Trammell's going to be a key in trying to slow down that part of his game.
Yeah, and Aiden Trammell this year, Bo, I mean, this young man, he's emerged as a beast for Coach Marksberry. And one of the coolest things about it, one of the things I've really enjoyed about watching Aiden play is he's done it quietly. He's not somebody that you would say notice too much on the field when he does stuff, but he's so heavily involved in so many of the defensive plays that when he was missing for a week, we noticed. People noticed that there were problems then. And so having Aiden back, having him healthy out on the field, that's huge. With Fairdale, they're a team that they're going to try to move the ball both through the air and on the ground. And Aiden, he has the kind of game where he might have a lot to say about where that ball goes and if it goes when they do it. Because, whether he's playing in the secondary, getting his coverage down back there, making sure the receivers, are taking out a player and knocking down the ball, he also reads the ball so well, comes up so fast that he's able to get in a lot of those run stops too.
All right, John, let's take a look at Fairdale.
All right.
They are a 5A school. They're 1-3 on this young season. They got losses at John Hardin versus Danville. That game was at Marion County and at Woodford County, a game, John, you and I got to go do with our friend Darren Douglas.
Oh, yeah.
They've got 11 starters returning, 6 on offense, 5 on defense. Spencer County is 2-0 all-time versus Fairdale. John, those games were played in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Spencer won 19-15 and 23 back in Taylorsville, and then 31-14 last year right here. They're coached by Lewis Dover. He's in his 9th year at the helm of the Bulldogs. He's got a record of 52-43 during his tenure here. And they are led by our TCC player to watch, Jarrell Butler. The running game is by committee, and Butler has the second most attempts, but like we said, total of -8 yards because of being sacked 12 times on the season. Junior Raquel Johnson leads the team in rushing. He's got 176 yards on 46 carries, 2 touchdowns. He will also leak out where he's caught 5 passes for 69 yards and a touchdown. And then senior Demetrius Taylor has 138 yards on 30 carries. When Butler does go to the air, his favorite target is Ernest Smith III and senior DeJuan Richards. Smith has caught 9 passes for 124 yards. Richards 8 for 74. Now, defensively, John, they have some difference makers. Junior LaRon Jackson leads the team with 25 tackles, even though he's only played 2 games. DeJuan Richards will go both ways and has 18 tackles. But the guy getting all the looks is Chaz Tutt.
Yep.
He has 15 tackles, 6 tackles for loss, and a sack, and he's considered one of the top defensive linemen in the state and already has an offer from EKU with several others that's been in contact with him.
Yeah, I think we're about to do the national anthem here, so we're going to step away just for a second.
We got one more break to get in, John, I think. So let's go ahead and get this commercial break in, and we'll come back and we'll let you talk about the Bulldogs.
Are you looking for a reputable shop to take care of your ride? Stop by Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center, offering all manner of body and mechanical work to keep your vehicle looking and performing at its best. Conveniently located at 910 Taylorsville Road in Taylorsville, or find us on the web at Dougherty'sBodyShop.com. Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center. Big or small, we fix it all. Welcome back to Fairdale High School. We were just talking about the Bulldogs, John. Yep. I kind of give some stats out of some players there. We'll let you give your 2 cents worth here.
Well, my 2 cents, I'll kind of shorten it a little bit looking at the clock because I know we still have to get to our Taylorsville Community Church keys. But before we get to those, you look at this team from Fairdale, and easiest way to describe them, they have talent, Bo. But honestly, I think their talent spread a little thin. They don't have a big supporting cast around those people who are talented, who can move the football. for all of our viewers out there tonight, if you haven't seen anything from Fairdale this year, you're going to see a lot of this spread offense type of stuff. You're going to see trips. You're going to see double twins. You're going to see those types of formations. And, Bo, honestly, a lot of that's smoke and mirrors. A lot of that's just trying to get our defense to move out of the box, because more times than not, they really do want to run the football. They want to try to get between tackles. And so if Spencer County can still contain that run while having that man coverage on the outside, that'll go a long way, because, Bo, we'll call it what it is. When you play football, every possession is going to end with a kick. It's up to Spencer County whether or not it's going to be a punt or a PAT. So hopefully our defense work hard and make those possessions end with punts, cause these turnovers, and we can go home.
So let's take a look at our local State Farm agent, Brian Bashir's keys to the game. John, first one you got up here is get after him.
Get after him. Frustrating Butler has to be the biggest goal of the defense tonight. With him not having a lot of experience at quarterback, Bo, he still struggles with the speed of the game. If we let a guy like that, who has the athletic ability that he has, sit back there with the time. You know what? Okay, I'll give him credit for that. Bo just pointed out the run-through banner for Fairdale tonight. Says time for hibernation. Okay, that's something new. We haven't seen that. You get a little tip of the hat for that. But anyway, if we let Butler sit back there, he does have the ability to hurt us. Really. You give him that kind of time, and we were talking about this before the game. The kid can spin it. I mean, he can. But we just have to be able to make sure he's frustrated and doesn't have time to set in the pocket and make these passes.
Play clean.
Okay. First few weeks are done. No longer can we sit there and say it's early in the season. We're going to have these early season mistakes. We're going to have these issues with penalties here and these issues with penalties there. Mental mistake time is over. Last week against Henry County, there was a possession where I believe we had 3 offsides called in the same possession for Henry.
Drive. Yep.
Yeah, 15 yards given away off of these mental mistakes. Now, don't get me wrong, penalties are going to happen. You're going to see flags on the field. I don't care which team you are. But those mental mistakes like that, those things that we can control, those things that we should have locked in by now, those have to end. We can no longer have those, because those will frustrate a coach to death, and those are the differences between allowing the opponent to extend drives or maybe even killing drives of our own.
And then the last one may change a little bit here. Hydrate.
I'm not going to change it much. It's still got a touch of warmth today, and I know these young men, all week long been practicing and stuff and been out in this heat, but, we don't have a lot of humidity, so it doesn't feel as hot as what it could. And so, I'll use it. I'll say it, Bo. It's a dry heat. But still, it's one of those things that when you're like this and you feel a little bit comfortable, even though there's some heat out there, you might not drink as much as you should. Hopefully our boys, hopefully the Bears all day long have been getting fluids in them and will continue doing it throughout the rest of the game tonight, so we don't have these issues of cramping or anything like that happening on the field. We need to just get this one done, get out of here healthy, and get back to Taylorsville.
See there, the Bears have ran out onto the field. They're in their all whites tonight, white pants, white jersey, blue numbers. Fairdale with a navy jersey, gold numbers, gold helmets, almost a Notre Dame look to them.
Yeah, so, Bo, is there any games going on tonight that we need to kind of keep an eye on?
Well, there's a few as far as good games, and then some of our opponents, too. Got Central at Bullitt East. Frederick Douglass is playing at Corbin tonight. If I was down home, I would definitely be there for that one. In district tonight, starting Franklin County is at Shelby County. Then you got the Holy War over in Lexington Catholic against Lexington Christian.
That'll be a ball game.
Oldham County against South Oldham. And Pulaski County and Johnson Central, and then Ryle at Highlands tonight. So,
you got the big one in Louisville tonight.
Yeah, you've got Male and Trinity. That game, I'm sure we'll get plenty of updates on that from Mr. Frakes. Spencer County will kick off to start the ball game.
Jackson Brown going to line it up here. And just
we're underway. Short kick.
Ball's on the
Fielding
ground.
dropped at the 26-yard line. I believe the Bears got it.
I haven't seen a signal. Nope, Fairdale ball. Going to have it about the 27-yard line. Been seeing a little bit of that from Coach Marksbury and the Bears, where he's having Jackson kick more to the upbacks here lately.
First and 10 for the Bulldogs, starting at their own 27-yard line.
Do have to be careful here. We've seen these Bulldogs from time to time try to draw off people with snap counts, and, of course, we've had that issue in a few games jumping off sides.
Handoff, hit immediately by Paxton Truitt, and then Ryan Tobey finishes the job. That's going to be a loss.
Yeah. Spencer County not fooled at all right there. You know, you watch this offense from Fairdale, and a lot of what you're going to see in that running game, Bo, is what you would call a power type of run or a trap. You see these types of things. You know, watch the offensive line. A guard will pull out. He'll try to kick that guy on the outside. And so if you're a linebacker sitting back there reading this play, you see that guard pull, follow the guard. It's that simple. He's going to take you to the football.
4 wide here. Got twins to either side. Pistol formation. Butler rolls out to the right, looking to pass, being chased. Pass is incomplete. Tried to get the ball to Demetrius Taylor out in the flat. That'll bring up third.
Third and 10. Paxton Truitt there. A little pressure on the quarterback from number 7 coming from the outside edge. And that's what we were talking about when it comes to dealing with Jarrell Butler. Great athlete. You and I were talking about it before the game. He's the type of kid that even though he came from being a receiver, if he would have had the opportunity, say, since he's 6th grade, 5th grade, something like that, to work from the quarterback spot, we'd be talking about him a whole different way right now.
This time trips to the right. Butler from the gun. Rolls out. Looks to pass. Overthrows his receiver, DeJuan Richards. That's his two of his favorite targets right there he went for, and that's going to bring up a 4th and 10.
Noah Kropp coming from the outside, Bo, getting a little pressure on him right there just as soon as that ball got released. Able to get a hit on Jarrell. That's going to make him maybe kind of keep eyes in the back of his head possibly in this next possession. But still, Spencer County not even giving an inch up to the Bulldogs.
Noah Kropp standing on his own 45-yard line. And that's a bad punt. Let it go.
Get away.
It's going to go out of bounds about the 34-yard line.
Let's see where they spot it. They're going to spot it at the 33.
33. That's about a 6-yard punt, John.
Yeah, that's going to hurt the old average right there. Spencer County opportunity now with great field position. Well, they're showing it marked at the 30. Yeah, 33. Okay.
Yep.
They moved the chains. They had it back at the 34, and I'm like, wait a minute. We had another one of those. The line judges not agreeing with each other, but set at the 33 now, get an opportunity now to see the Spencer County Bears in this running attack that they have.
Smalley out wide to the left. Davis under center. Pitch goes to Green. He's got some room. Gets across the 30. Going to go out of bounds about the 29-yard line. Pick up a 4.
It's a good run right there. I like seeing that right off the bat. You know, just we don't need to hit home runs right away. We don't have to do anything. Let's establish what we're doing. You know, we know Coach Marksbury wants to run the ball to control the clock. Let's just do what we do. You know, see if Fairdale can stop what we do before we throw anything flashy out there.
Time Smalley wide lines up to the far side of the field. Higdon in motion. He'll take the pitch. Got Green out in front blocking. Higdon trying to get to the edge. I think got back to the line of scrimmage. May have picked up a yard. Let's see where they mark him. They don't mark him at 29.
Yeah, right at the line of scrimmage again. Bring 3rd and 6 to the Bears now. That's what I was talking about. There's talent on this field for Fairdale. There's speed on this field for Fairdale. Spencer County's going to have to be disciplined about how they do things. They're going to have to handle their blocks. They're going to have to make sure that everybody's doing their job, because there's enough ability on that defense to stop us with what we do.
Third down and 6. Higdon again in motion. This time, Davis keeps it himself. Drives forward, still on his feet, still moving. Smalley pulling him. Gets up to the 24. That's going to be about a yard short, John.
Yeah, there's going to be 4th and 1 right here. And
he fought for every one of those yards.
I love seeing that. That's just a good, hard run of football, trying to be held back and waiting for help, hopefully. Somebody help pushing forward. But Mark Sperry's going to leave his offense on the field here. Don't blame him at all. This is exactly what I do, 4th and 1. If you don't get it, of course, you've got Fairdale buried back deeper than when they started their first possession.
Phelps now in at fullback. I would not be surprised if he gets it right here. Nope. Davis keeps it himself, and he does get enough for the first down, picks up a couple.
I had the little bear crawl called right there. That's just getting behind that big offensive line. Keon just lowering down, covering up that football, getting a little push from Brody. Phelps back there
give
helping
him the assist. First and 10 for the Bears. Fairdale 21-yard line. This time Davis rolls out, looks to pass. Yeah, he's going to keep it himself. He's got room. Gets across the 10, hit hard about the 7. Be enough for another Bears first down.
It'll be 1st and goal, Spencer County, and great eyes for Keon Davis as he come around that outside, looking for Armand Smalley, running that little bit of a corner route.
That block by Brody Phelps.
Yeah, and that's the other thing, too, to have that, again, these skill positions on the outside, being able to help out to spring their guys. And, Keon looking for that pass on that rollout, wasn't there, seen that field in front of him, seen that green grass, knew he could get that first down, went out and got it.
1st and goal, mark the ball at the 8. Hand off to Green. Cuts back. Get back to about the line of scrimmage. May have picked up a half a yard.
Coach Marksbury trying to keep that Fairdale defense off, honest right there. Making sure that they're still honoring that between the tackles, because we haven't seen much of that so far in this game.
2nd down and 10. So we go under 8 minutes to go in the first quarter.
I'll admit it, Bo. It's cooled off a little bit. I sure could use a little bit of a breeze right now, though. That would be nice.
This time Davis rolls out, looking to throw. That pass is knocked down.
It's an incomplete pass.
Incomplete pass. Raquel Johnson knocked that down. It's going to bring up 3rd and goal.
Tough rollout right there for Keon Davis. He's rolling left as a right-handed guy trying to throw back across his body, and that's a difficult throw for even the most seasoned quarterback. And you get some of these tall defensive ends, some of these linebackers that are coming up out of the secondary, even for Fairdale, getting in his face. Hard for him to see over him. I mean, just a difficult play, Bo, for him to try to complete.
What they get right here, John, will tell them what they do on 4th down.
Oh, yeah.
This time handoff up the middle. Crop.
Oh, did he get in? Touchdown, Bears!
Noah Crop from 8 yards out.
That's just sheer wanting it right there, Bo.
Jackson Brown on for the PAT. That kick is up, and it is good. No, it's no good.
Wide left.
With 7:27 left, the Bears lead 6-0. And John, I even seen the laces in that time.
Yeah. We mentioned, what was it, last week? I think there was the one that he missed that I saw it live. I don't think it was anything that was in a shot from our cameras or anything, but, yeah, the lace is just not getting spun the right way, and that affects a kicker. It really does. And so we'll blame it on the laces right now. We both know Jackson Brown's plenty capable of going out there and just 100 of them in a row hitting every single PAT. And one of those things that, maybe just as a holder needs to watch a little bit and try to get that thing spun around. Country Mart instant replay. That's that play that got knocked down where Keon Davis rolling out to the left. And that's a tough play for a quarterback to make right there. Jackson Brown looking to tee it up again, Bo, and he's lining it up just like the last one. Got Chaz Tudd over there. We fielded the last one, the last kickoff, and it's almost like he's going right at him again.
Even shorter this time. Tutt fields it at the 35, hit immediately, stretches forward to about the 38, 39-yard line. Bulldogs will take over there 1st and 10.
Now I'll get a chance to see what Coach Dover might have maybe looked at during that Bears possession, things that he's trying to tweak with the Bulldog offense, see if they can try to move the football, because it just wasn't happening that last possession.
Twins out to the right, split backs. Handoff up the middle, hit immediately.
Yeah, Gilbert there filling the hole. Yep. Yeah. The big 7-0 right there in that gap. Bo, he might have had his blocker in one arm and the running back in the other. I don't know, but he got both of them on the ground. Short gain, going to bring up a 2nd and 9.
Taylor a little slow jogging off the field there, John, for the Bulldogs. 2 wide each way. High snap. Now Butler runs. Gets rid of it. Pass is complete at the 40. Hit at the 45. Going to mark him at the 46.
Bring up a 3rd and 2.
Jacoby Smith with that catch.
Spencer County able to get a little pressure on him that time. Just that's one of those things where that pressure came when we weren't really sending pressure, Bo, if you know what I mean, where it was just, standard going up against some defensive line, trying to get to the backfield. It wasn't so much of a blitz and still being able to get to Jarrell. You send that blitz after him, something that can get there faster, and he's going to struggle to make that throw.
Screen pass, incomplete. Smalley was right there. That's very dangerous, John. That could have been a pick 6.
And Bo, I'll be surprised right here if Dover doesn't leave his offense on the field. 3rd and 2. Sitting at midfield. The last punt, what did they net? 6 yards, 5 yards maybe off of that last punt. So just it definitely doesn't really do him much good to not try to go for the first down here.
Trips out to the wide side of the field. It's got to be a flag. No flag thrown. Handoff up the middle. Gets to the 50. That's enough for the first down. Raquel Johnson. Split backs for Butler. This time he hands off again to Johnson. That time they're going to take a loss. Paxton Truitt and Amari McCarthy.
Yeah. Those two teaming up, be able to get that tackle for loss. 2nd and 11. Great read by both of them. Of course, Paxton Truitt coming straight up the field like he needed to do, Bo. He has to get up there, set that edge. Amari getting that read to be able to come off his butt, give him a little bit of help. I mean, you can't play it any better than that.
Second and 11. Running back never got set.
No,
Quick pass
that
out in the flat. That
flag.
bounced. It's incomplete. Trying to get to Ernest Smith.
Yeah, I'm with you, Bo. That running back went in motion, come back next to Butler, and he never did get set. No flag. Or wait a minute, there is a flag on the play. Couldn't see the flag. They're going to call an illegal procedure on the Fairdale Bulldogs. Penalty is going to be declined.
Be 3rd and 11.
Bring up 3rd and 11. It's that beautiful brownish yellow grass we have here in Kentucky right now, Bo. I couldn't see that flag. The colors of fall.
October's just around the corner, John. We'll have pink hankies out there.
Yeah, we'll have to.
Sam Butler rolls out. Paxton Truitt was all over him. McCarthy chasing down Taylor. It's incomplete. Now bring up 4th and 11.
Coach Dover's going to send his punt unit out on the field. I'll be honest with you, Bo. That last one, 4th and 2, going for it, I would consider going for it here if I was him. If that's the type of net gain you're going to get from your punter every time. Now, we don't know. He might be able to get a hold of one here and there, but only gaining 6 yards. I mean, what are you hurting?
Chaz Tuck back to punt. Higdon may have got a finger on that one, John. And it takes a good Fairdale roll down to about the 11-yard line. 41-yard punt. 31 on the roll.
Yeah, that's about what it was, too. That's where you get that little bit of top spin on a 2-iron out of the fairway right there. You're able to pop it up on a green like that. But still, that's going to put the Bears back there on the 11-yard line to start this drive. Maybe the 12. On the 12-yard line, I apologize. Still an opportunity for Spencer County just to continue imposing their will offensively on this Fairdale defense. You know, not a lot of luck for Fairdale. They had a few different plays that they were able to just be no-gain type situation for the Bears, but so far, after that first possession, the Bears are just doing whatever they want to do with the football.
Higdon in motion. Handoff to Green. He's going to take a loss.
And I spoke too soon.
Don't give him his forward progress to the 7, so that's going to be about a 4-yard loss.
Yeah, LaRon Jackson coming from his position over there to be able to make that tackle for loss. Of course, that's a play we've seen Spencer County run pretty often, and of course so is Fairdale. They've seen it on tape where we'll bring that guard, backside guard around, trying to get around the outside lead tackle, but they just had that speed in the backfield to be able to get to him.
This time handoff up the middle. Phelps, lots of room, running over defenders. Ball's loose. I believe Fairdale got it.
We're going to see what they say whether or not he was down, though. Yeah, they're going to give the ball to
Fairdale. Ball.
I'd have to see that replay. I thought he was down on the ground, but let's look at the Country Mart Instant replay here. It's a good look. The end zone camera as Brody Phelps comes through the line. And as he gets hit, the helmet goes on, and the ball is loose before he hits the ground. That's a good call.
Best field position so far for the Bulldogs.
Big thank you to our camera crew right there, too, for that shot, Bo. That was nice.
1st and 10 at the 26. Wishbone. Busted out to the right. Going to get chased out of bounds by Brody Phelps about the 10-yard line.
Yeah, Aiden Trammell looked a little bit confused there, Bo, as he was right there ready to be able to make a play and actually went for a different Bulldog. Running back come right off of his hip and was able to gain some good yardage right there, and it's going to put him goal to go here from the 10.
Coach Dover sticking with this wishbone here. Got the big guy up playing the up back. Handoff off to the left side. Got a flag coming in late.
Yeah, got a Spencer County helmet even on the ground right here. They've got the runner marked short of the goal line. Wait and see what this call is. A few different flags have come in.
Amari McCarthy's helmet was on the field. He does not have to sit out of play.
Not if it was a penalty.
Yeah.
Not if it got taken off of him. The officials are going to make him sit out of play. But if that helmet, we didn't see it, but if that helmet was removed by the offense.
Penalties on Spencer County. I don't know what that is.
I don't either. At any rate, the worst case scenario that it's going to be for Spencer County, as close as that football is,
maybe a half a yard.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're talking half the distance to the goal. It's going to be a first down. They're going to get, that down back is basically what they're going to get.
Butler hands off into the end zone is Taylor for the touchdown.
Now, we've seen pretty often where Fairdale's went for 2-point conversions and what few touchdowns they have scored. We'll see what they do here. Actually, it looks like they do have a kicker putting a tee down right now, Bo. We might see a point after try from the Bulldogs.
See number 4, and I don't have one of them on my roster.
I do. Deron Lindsay is his number, is his name. Wide receiver, defensive end, senior.
High snap. Kick is up. And it is good. And with 3:15 left to go in the first quarter, Fairdale 7, Spencer County 6.
Imagine there's about to be some talking tos over there on the Spencer County sidelines. That drive just had issues all along. And of course, it started in the fact that we did have the turnover. We had that fumble, gave Fairdale great field position, but so many of those plays that happened with Fairdale simply running out of a wishbone gave our defense issues, and that can't be. I mean, we see chunk yardage like that when they're using this wishbone. Guess what? We're going to continue to see the wishbone.
We know Coach Eldridge talked about that this week, John.
Yep.
We see the game plan.
We do.
And we watched it Wednesday night. That was something that was in the game plan was the wishbone offense for Fairdale.
Yeah, and it's nothing special, really. I mean, all it's doing is just giving them that one more blocker in the backfield to be able to run the football with. But apparently – that one more blocker is all it's taken for the Bears. They're going to have to find a way to maybe tighten up in the box a little bit, see if they can't handle that. We know when they spread the ball out, when they spread their receivers out, I'm sorry, not the ball, but they spread their receivers out, Fairdale, again, it's most of it's smoke and mirrors. You're never going to see them do much with those receivers on the outside. So bringing these guys into the box, if they're going to bring the box in with the wishbone, I mean, that's all you're going to be able to do if you're the Bears, and then we just need our linebackers to read it.
Lands it and Trammell back deep. Squib kick fielded by Caleb Higdon at the 43-yard line, and that's where the Bears will take over.
Spencer County now with an opportunity again. Hated to see that happen on that last possession. Brody Phelps, that was a great hard run he had. And that's what it happens from time to time. You get that hard run as you're trying, that extra effort, wanting to get that one more yard. The ball, securing it can sometimes get a little bit weak. And that's what we saw right there. They tackled the football, popped it out. Now it's Spencer County's opportunity to answer again.
Handoff up the middle. Crop. It's going to get forward for about 2. Be second down and 8.
We're seeing a lot of this. I want to watch this play too. I'm going to tell you what I'm thinking right now, Bo, but I'm going to watch this play too. Seeing these defensive tackles for Fairdale, they're pinched in. They're pretty close to that center. They're pretty close to that football. And you look at that. We know we've seen Spencer County run the option before, and that first read is going to be on that tackle if that tackle's in the A gap. If they're going to pinch down like that, that option may not be a bad play to run right here, and you might have an opportunity for Keon to turn it upfield.
That's time. Hand off. Got a flag comes in. Green does get across midfield.
We're going to get a holding. I didn't see it, but that's going to back him up. Look at the Country Mart instant replay maybe. I thought it was going to come up right there, but no. See if we could catch that holding. I didn't see it happen. I don't know. I'm not going to argue it if I can't see it. Here's the Country Mart instant replay of that. Coming downfield, and it's this guy in the back's the one that called it. I didn't see a hold there. I don't know.
2nd and 18. Keon rolls out. 2 guys giving chase. He's going to get up to about the 38-yard line.
They're going to give him about 3 yards. Bring up third and a good, strong 7-iron right here, Bo.
Give Fairdale's DBs a little credit here, John. He's rolled out twice there looking to pass and not had anybody throw to yet.
Yeah, they're staying home. And that would be important for their defense, especially for as much as Spencer County wants to run to the outside, or even if they bootleg Keon out for a pass, they're staying home.
This time, handoff goes to Smalley. Comes around the edge, gets across the 40, going to go down about the 43. Pick up 5. That's about the original line of scrimmage.
Yep. Spencer County's going to punt.
4th and 10 for the Bears. DeJuan Richards back deep for the Bulldogs. Standing on his own 28-yard line. Smalley a high kick, and that's going to roll back, John.
Yep, checking up. That was only going to about 9 yards.
48-yard line.
Both teams having some woes with the punting game right now, Bo. As Fairdale leads Spencer County 7-6. About a minute left in the first quarter. A lot of things need to be tightened up for these Bears, Bo. Offensively, struggling on these last 2 possessions. Defensively, that last possession, seeing that wishbone, that power running attack from Fairdale. Got a lot of things we need to clean up. Of course, we talk about that wishbone, and now we're going to have them come out in trips again. Going to run trips from a pistol even. That's an illegal formation.
Hand off up the middle. Get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe pick up a yard.
Did we not get a flag for that? There were 5 guys in the backfield on that, Bo.
The near official had him at the 48. The far official had him at the 50.
Country Mart instant replay. You look at that right there. Yeah, you've got the slot receiver. You got that middle receiver. Both of them are off the ball. And then the 3 guys in the backfield. That's 5 in the backfield. That's an illegal formation. I didn't think I was seeing something, Bo. I'm pretty sure that's what I counted.
Hand off to Taylor. It's going to go out of bounds about the 44. It's going to be about 2 yards short of the stick.
Yeah, but it's going to give them third and pretty manageable right here, Bo. Look to see that. Yeah, there we got Tuck coming back onto the field now. Wouldn't be surprised we saw that wishbone on this play. Got 11 seconds left to go in the quarter.
And there's the first down.
Yep. William Gaston right there for Spencer County, getting just a little bit jumpy. Fairdale now with the first down. And, Bo, we talked about it in the keys to the game. You got to play clean, and Spencer County is having a lot of problems doing that in this first quarter.
3 penalties in the first quarter on the Bears. 5 seconds on the play clock. Butler under center.
That's
Pitch
a hold.
to Johnson.
Thank you.
Flags come out on the hold.
Yep. Hold on number 79, holding Paxton Truitt.
No gain on the play.
Official timeout for what? Okay, I see it now. Official timeout. We got an injury on the field, Bo. Number 8 for Fairdale is what we're hearing. Raquel Johnson.
That's been their main one running the football between him and Demetrius Taylor.
So real quick, while we got a second here, Bo, we just heard that information from our sideline reporter. Got Tyler Lester back with us tonight. Tyler, what's the feel over there on the sidelines right now from the Bears with this rough start?
It's very quiet right now. It's not like normal. Like usually when I'm over here, they're all loud and rowdy. But I mean, I don't think they have the energy right now.
Yeah, that's one of those things that energy. Something that a lot of times you got to bring with you off the bus. That's not something that just pops up, it's not something you're going to go on the sideline and get a drink of or anything like that. That's Spencer County's going to have to find a way, Bo, to really get locked into this game. Now, I do not like the fact for this young man that he is still on the field. I say that now, and they're going to help him up right now.
He is walking off under his own power.
It's Johnson coming back to the sideline.
Good to see.
As you said, Bo, he's been their bread and butter.
Yeah, that's Demetrius Taylor.
Is that Taylor? It is Taylor.
Well, there's 2 zeros down there.
No. That's number 8. That's Johnson.
That's number 8, yeah.
That's number 8. Hard to see that fold in the jerseys in the wrong place, wasn't it? So with the penalty now, because we did have the holding called on Fairdale, I don't understand why the clock just ran out, though.
The clock shouldn't have run there.
The clock shouldn't run there, but we're at the end of the first quarter, so I guess we'll be back in a second here on GHP Sports.
Are you looking for a reputable shop to take care of your ride? Stop by Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center, offering all manner of body and mechanical work to keep your vehicle looking and performing at its best. Conveniently located at 910 Taylorsville Road in Taylorsville, or find us on the web at Dougherty'sBodyShop.com. Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center. Big or small, we fix it all.
Back here at Fairdale High School, getting ready to start the second quarter of the Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center game of the week. Fairdale leads Spencer County 7-6. And John, I don't know what the penalty was, but they have moved them back 10 yards. Had to be a hold.
Yeah, it was a hold. Definitely a hold. Number 79 had Paxton Truitt out there.
Quick pass across the middle. He's got a man open. Chased down from behind by Noah Kropp. But he's going to get up to about the 25-yard line. Pickup of 24 on that play. Quick slant across the middle, John. He nothing but pay dirt in front of him.
Yeah. number one key to the game tonight, Bo. Make him uncomfortable. Get after him. And Spencer County, that first possession that Fairdale had, was able to get in the backfield quite often, getting after Jarrell Butler, making him uncomfortable. We're not seeing it now. We got to see some intensity from this defense. Try to make number 11 not happy out there on the field.
3 wide to the left, pistol formation for Butler. Hands the ball off up the middle to Taylor. He's going to get across the 25 to about the 23. Pickup of 3 on that play.
Johnson's got his helmet back over here on the sideline, Bo. He's down by Coach Dover, waiting for an opportunity to get back in the game. There we go.
Time a host of Bears come in on the tackle. They're going to give him forward progress back to the 23. Bring up 3rd down and 7.
Maury McCarthy leading the attack right there, coming from his middle linebacker spot around to the outside, reading that play. That's the type of intensity we need to see. We need more of that. Let's get pumped up here, boys. I mean, there are times out there, Bo, it's like somebody poured concrete in their shoes or something. They're just not moving well.
Three wide to the short side of the field. It's got a one-on-one up top. We're going to get a timeout, Fairdale. 9:56 left to go in the first half.
Yeah, Coach Dover not wanting to waste his possession here. He's got 3rd down and 7, and really doesn't want to get stuck with 4th and 7. Don't see him punting the ball in this position. So I do think he does have 2 downs to pick up this 1st down. But a lot of what's going to happen on 4th down is going to depend on what they're able to do here. Wanting to make sure he gets his offense on the right page, everything's set, everything ready to go. Spencer County, on the other hand, Bo, they just got to get them in the book. It's not even getting on the right page right now for the Bears. The Bears just have to open the book. And this is about as dead as we've seen them play for a little while.
As good as they played last week. It's like a complete 180 so far in this contest. Butler under center. Hand off to Taylor. Tries to get to the edge. The Bears do get out there.
Yeah, but he's close to that stick.
Carry the ball for the Bulldogs, number 0, Demetrius Taylor.
Going to mark him about the 16.
Number 17.
Going to be a yard short.
Brings up 4th and 1.
Big play right here for Spencer County, Bo. It really is. They need something to just kind of lift them up a little bit. You can get a 4th down stop here. You have plenty of time. Be able to go down the field and put a score on before halftime. Of course, Spencer County will get the ball to start the second half, so we need that opportunity. Get that double dip. Get those 2 scores in a row. Something to get some energy out there on the field for the boys in white.
Johnson caught from behind, hit.
Oh!
They stuffed him.
Yes!
Carry the ball for the Bulldogs.
Spencer County not giving up right there. That's going to be a turnover on downs, Bo.
That may be the life that this group needs, John.
Well, I tell you what, if nobody else has life over there, Coach Eldridge coming down there pumping fist at the end of that play, that's what it was. You just had all kinds of help coming up. Those initial hits, they might not have made that tackle, Bo, but they slowed him down. And then help come. And the next one might not have made the tackle, but he slowed him down until we got to the point where we had enough guys there just to continue to drive him backwards, shut them down, and take over.
Higdon in motion. Handoff up the middle. Crop.
There you go.
Drug down from behind, but he's going to be right at the marker, and they're going to move him.
That's a good run. Good hard run there by Noah Crop. We noticed that last week from Noah, actually. A lot of what he's doing on that interior running early, like last year, early in the season this year, you see him take that football, covered up, 2 arms, head down, going through the hole, and that's the basic technique of running up the middle. Now we're starting to see Noah getting that head up a little bit to where he's got that vision. He's avoiding tacklers and picking up those few extra yards.
Gets it again. This time hit quick. Tutt in on that tackle.
Let's look at that last play here with Noah, and watch as he comes through that line. Of course, he's going to cover up both hands, but now the head is up. He is looking. He is seeing what's in front of him, avoiding people picking up that 10 yards, where early in the season or even last year, if he would have had that same play, may have only been maybe 5 or 6 yards because he was not getting that vision downfield.
2nd and 10.
That's going to be an offsides.
It's going to be offsides.
Yep. Number 25, Chaz Tutt, took a step into the neutral zone right there. That's going to be a free 5 yards, and it's going to make this second down call maybe a little bit more interesting, Bo. Because now you're looking at 2nd and 4. You could take a little bit more of a chance here if you're Coach Marksberry.
Higdon in motion. And off again, up the middle.
That's going to be a first down.
Enough for a first down. Brody Phelps that time.
Look for Coach Marksberry to maybe take another shot here, Bo. You watch that safety for Fairdale. I mean, he's within 8 yards of the line of scrimmage at the snap of the football. They have nobody deep, nobody up high. If we can get maybe a couple receivers breaking out there to where basically one of them has to beat their man, and they're going to be wide open, be able to potentially take it in for 6. But look at how far this safety's up right now.
And off to Green. Goes around the left edge. Going to get about 6.
Number 2, Jake Green. He's brought down by the Bulldogs. Number 12.
It's what we need right now,
44-yard line. He's 2nd down and 4.
Just keep imposing our will right here. Wear on this defense, lean on this defense right now.
Number 4 for the Bears.
Higdon in motion. Davis keeps it himself. Still driving
forward.
He might have got
it, too.
Yeah, I believe he did. He was hit about 3 yards short, John, and kept those legs churning.
Carrying the ball for the Bears. Number 6, Sean Davis.
Here, you're just going to see
turned
that
around,
fake.
followed Noah through that hole.
Number 12.
Still moving forward, falling forward.
First down for the Bears.
1st and 10 for the Bears at their own 48. 7 minutes left to go in the first half.
I think you got to take a shot sometime here, Bo.
Higdon again in motion. Again, Crop up the middle. Drives forward, going to get about 4. Crop comes out, Phelps comes in. I love how they can do that.
Yeah.
And you lose nothing either way.
You don't. Both of them run just as hard as the other one does. And really, it helps not only on offense, but it helps on defense because you're not putting these guys out there for every single offensive and defensive snap. They're getting a chance to get a drink, catch their breath, head back out on the field, and that is a blessing for Coach Marksberry and the Bears.
Timeout, Spencer County.
Yeah, Bears want to talk this over. 6 minutes left to go, 6:01 actually left to go in the first half. And, Bo, the story of the game is energy and the lack thereof.
Yeah, Bears starting to show a little life on this drive right here. But got 3 penalties for each team so far.
You almost feel like that the Bears have to score on this drive. You really do. I mean, obviously they're down, but only down by a point. Plenty of football left to play. But if they're going to get kick-started at all, if they're going to have any emotion, any energy at all, they need to be able to put some points on the board before they go into the locker room at halftime. You get to where you're in that lead, got that little pump, that little jolt that you needed right before halftime, make those adjustments. We get the ball to start the second half. That's when you can start to put Fairdale away. But I really do feel like a lot of that's going to have to happen right now on this drive.
If they score here, John, you could look back to that defensive stop on 4th down that got this thing kick-started.
Yeah, and at the time, they needed that. That was a huge play for the defense.
Smalley out here to the wide side of the field, one-on-one. Time. Davis keeps it, and he's going to take it.
They're going to give him forward progress back to the line of scrimmage, but it's still going to bring up third down.
Got one at the 50 and one at the 49. See where they're going to mark it.
They're going to mark it at the 49.
Number 8, Raquel Johnson brings up third.
I wonder what goes through an official's head when that happens. You know, the guy on our side of the field right now, because we are actually on the Fairdale side of the field, up on top of the press box, you know, got a great vantage point up here. But this near line judge, you know, where he marked it where he thought it was and they didn't go with it. I mean, does he just does it make him mad, hurt his feelings? I don't know.
Again, Davis going to keep it. Turns forward. He's going to get close to the marker, going to be about a yard short.
I think right here, if you're Coach Marksberry, if you're going to get any life from your team at all, you have to leave your offense on the field. Thought we were going to see Brody Phelps come off. He's going to keep Noah Kropp in right now. I wonder if we might see the bear crawl again. Look for Fairdale to try to stack that interior.
And that's what it is. He got it.
I think he got it. Yeah, the far line judge is saying first down. I think worst case scenario, we're going to see a measurement at least. I think that's what they're going to do. Officials timeout for measurement. Haven't got quite as fancy as the NFL right now, Bo. They got that new digital measuring system for the first downs where they're not even bringing chains out on the field anymore. They're multiple camera angles and computers and everything like that.
Charlie to buy something where he could tell that from the trailer.
I wish he would. You know, if we could get those lines on the screen even to help out. You know, I know that's way more than what. Yeah, we've talked about that. Yeah, in all honesty, people, you know,
folks, you would not believe what that cost.
Yeah, and you wouldn't. You probably would believe the things that Bo and I have asked for, the stuff that we dream about having on this broadcast. And Charlie's come through with 99% of our hopes and dreams with this stuff. But
he's short by an inch, 2 inches.
Going to be first down Fairdale. That's a big play right there. For as much. And we just got told quit spending my money. Charlie told us that in our ears right there. And so.
First and 10 for the Bulldogs. 4.5 minutes left to go in the first half, John. Bears, you just feel like they really needed that one.
They did. They needed that. They needed to score on that possession. I mean, that just kind of knocks the wind out of their sails. They were starting to build a little bit of momentum on that offensive drive, and that hurt.
Handoff. That's going to go for a loss.
I might give him the line of scrimmage.
Raquel Johnson to the 42. Second 10.
Gavin Carrico brings up second and 10.
Gavin Carrico with the tackle.
We tick under 4 minutes. Fairdale, of course, fine with letting that clock run right now. Both teams 2 timeouts left in the half.
It's Johnson out here wide by himself. Now Smalley comes out to cover him. Timeout Fairdale.
A little confusion. Once again, Coach Dover understanding, like that fourth down play, or the third down play, before the fourth down play, he called timeout knowing he needed to try to do something to extend that drive, made sure everybody's on the right page. 3:40 left to go in the game. I mean, this possession right now, this actual, between these chains that are set right now, it's probably some of the most important plays we're going to see in the first half. You know, if Spencer County's able to shut them down, get the ball back, 2 timeouts left, you're talking they would probably be somewhere around 2.5 minutes left to go in the first half with those 2 timeouts. Plenty of time to be able to go down the field and score. Coach Dover knows that. 2 timeouts of his own. He knows how important it is right now to be able to pick up this first down. He picks up this first down, and yes, he still has to contend with potential timeouts from Spencer County, but just running the football, he could get that clock down there pretty far, close to the halftime, if they're able to move the chains. Once again, some confusion.
Twins to the right. Hand off to Taylor. Hit at the line of scrimmage again. Several Bears.
Gilbert again leading the charge from his spot over there. 3 technique tackle coming up and being able to make that stop. Watch Gilbert here as he's just able to shoot that gap. That's doing well on that interior right there. That's playing with the head on your swivel. So we're going to have timeout here. I think it's Spencer County timeout. Yes, it is. Spencer County Bears with the timeout. Coach Marksberry trying to preserve some clock. 3rd and 10.
If you're here with your youth league team, they are meeting at the far end of the football field.
Everybody I think both coaches really do understand what these next few plays mean to this game right now. I hate to say it this way, Bo, but you see Spencer County out there right now. It's almost like they felt like they had the game won when they got off the bus. And, that's not the case. We talked about the talent, the different players that are out there on the field for Fairdale. Yeah, the talent's a little bit thin, but you give the talent opportunity, and opportunity is going to end up hurting you.
And the main thing we talked about was getting pressure on Butler, and we've not seen any of that so far. That's a hold. No flag. Pass is complete.
There is a flag.
Army Smith.
We do have a flag.
They do have a flag back there, so that's going to be a hold. Amari McCarthy was coming full force.
Yep, that's what it is. It's going to be holding. It's going to back him up 10 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 20 now. And that changes some things.
Yeah, that was a first down, John. And to get that call back, that's big for the Bears.
So let's look at our Country Mart instant replay. Amari McCarthy near side right here coming upfield. And there he's got the defender sideways, trying to drive through, trying to get to the quarterback, trying to get the Butler, and you could just tell from his lack of momentum there, he had to be being held. Now, from our point of view, we're looking at the back of the defender. Hard to kind of see, but, you can kind of figure, this is what's going on.
3rd and 20. Butler drops back, looking to go long, airs it out. Smalley could get that. Intercept. No, he dropped it.
Smalley upset with himself. Had position on the receiver. That's what I talked about. Butler will throw him up. But now, hey, 2 things that did for us right there, Bo, is we know from the punting, if they get a punt off like they did their second punt, we're going to be about where he would have intercepted that ball anyway. But we have all this field in between that we know that punter could potentially put that ball in, not get that big net.
I'd be better off that he actually dropped that ball.
Yeah, and you're sitting here too now, incomplete pass, clock stopped, and there we have another flag. Illegal substitution on Fairdale. So looking here at the Country Mart instant replay of this. There's Smalley. And, I tell you what, give credit right there to Tyson. Keith Tyson for Fairdale, going from an offensive player to a defensive player. Armin had that ball in the breadbasket, and the way he brought his arms down over it knocked it loose.
Crop's going to let it go. It lands at the 40.
Yeah, we're better off. I take that.
The 37-yard line. Yeah, Armin would have been down around around the 20.
20, yeah. So we're sitting here probably 12 yards to the good. We did lose 10 seconds in that process. Still 1 timeout left to go for Spencer County. 2:37 left to go in the game. And we even heard Tyler in our ears there, Bo, talking the same type of strategy that really having him drop that ball was probably the better thing, because we know at their best punting, we would have been about where he would have intercepted that ball. And we're not seeing
We're
great
17
punts.
yards to the better starting out right here.
Yeah.
Davis drops back, looks to pass. Going for Smalley long, and it is.
It's dropped.
Intercepted.
And Smalley's still on the field, Bo. I don't know if he's just upset or if he's injured, but their official timeout. They're going to bring Snyder out here to look at him.
The Bears pass was intercepted by number 2, Dwan Richards. Bulldogs take over.
Fairdale's got the momentum right now, Bo.
Dwan Richards with that interception.
And really, I thought Armin was going to be able to get position on him, because Dwan actually was in front of Armin. Armin did not have a step on him at all. Ball thrown slightly to the inside. Armin, I was hoping, would be able to maybe kick those boosters on a little bit, be able to slide to the inside and make sure that at least it wasn't intercepted. Smalley up, walking off the field under his own power. And Fairdale's got the ball back, Bo, with 2:29 left to go on their own 19-yard line. And Spencer County keeps breathing life into the Bulldogs. Who knows what might happen.
John just got a text from our friend over in Woodford County. Woodford County leads Heritage down in Palm Beach, Florida, 21-7 at halftime.
Yeah.
Handoff up the middle. Johnson.
That was one of those ones where we went to Harrodsburg to call a game between Fairdale and Woodford County early in the season. You mentioned how we went over there to help our friend Darren Douglas from Woodford County. He mentioned something about them going to Florida, and we were like, do you need help?
Yeah. You think Charlie would have given us a vacation day?
I was hoping Charlie would pay for it. That's all I cared about.
There you
See,
go.
we're spending his money again. Yeah, exactly. Spending the money.
Again, handoff grabbed by Ryan Toby, finished off by McCarthy. It's going to be a loss of 1 on that play. Be third down in about 5.
Yeah, the clock can get down to about 1:25 before they're going to have to snap that football. Actually, lower than that. I'm sorry, about 1:05 before they're going to have to snap that football. Again, Spencer County and Fairdale both with 1 timeout left. I think at this point right now, Coach Marksberry just happy to get back to the locker room.
If they get a stop here, he calls timeout.
I agree. I agree.
Hand off to Taylor. Hitting the backfield.
Now
Big
call
loss.
Timeout.
Now Coach Marksberry calls the timeout with 1:04 left.
So that's Spencer County's last timeout. I'd never seen Coach Marksberry move quite that quick, getting down that sidelines to call that timeout.
Ball's marked at the 16.
We'll have to have Snyder make sure he's not pulling a hammy out there, getting down there to call that. But still, again, opportunity for Spencer County. We saw last week, Bo, it wasn't the same situation with the scoreboard. Spencer County only needing, 20 seconds or so and a few plays to be able to go.
One play, 27 seconds. Yeah, hit Armin in the end zone.
Smalley, and to get that touchdown going into the locker room. We don't need a lot of time. But right now, Bo, they need some hype. They need something to get them going.
He wants them to catch this ball, John. Last time he just had Crop back here by himself to field the punt. He's got Crop and Smalley. Field this punt, get what you can get out of it.
Yeah, field the punt and get down, if nothing else.
High snap. Kick may again been partially blocked. Crop fields it at the 45, breaks the tackle, gets across the 30, down to the 29-yard line.
Returns the punt to the Bears, number 34, Noah Crop.
53 seconds left to go.
Number 10.
29 yards.
Brings up 1st and 10 for the Bears.
Need some of that magic right here. With the Country Mart Instant Replay, Noah Kropp struggled just a little bit catching this ball, able to focus in, able to get his eyes on it and be able to draw it in and pick up a few yards, help out a little.
Coach Marksbury taking full advantage of this change of possession here. Kind of get a free timeout out of it.
Yeah.
Now Bears out on the field. 10 seconds left on the play clock. Higdon in motion. Davis got to run.
Get out of bounds. Got to get out of bounds. Oh!
Takes a lick.
And helmet come off. But did get out of bounds. It's going to stop the clock. They're going to have to check, see if Keon knows where he's at right now, Bo. Big hit right there. I think I see a flag on the field, though. Are they going to get a targeting on this? We're hearing from the trailer that what they saw on replay is a targeting. We're not going to look at the Country Mart Instant Replay. That was a brutal hit right there. Officials are going to discuss this. We saw this a couple weeks ago at KCD, a targeting that wasn't called.
Wasn't called on
Noah Kropp.
Let's see what the call is here by the white hat.
Personal foul. Targeting. On the defense.
That was on the Bulldogs. Personal foul. Targeting.
Now is he ejected? It's going to move the ball up to the 10-yard line, be a first down.
Paxton Truitt in at quarterback.
Yeah, Keon just losing his helmet. He has to sit out of play.
Higdon goes in motion.
We're going to get a false start. He's over there on the left wing. Leaning forward a little bit there on the snap. May have been Jake Green lined up over there as the over. And definitely got him leaning. So we'll move the ball back to the 15.
First and goal from the 15.
They're going to hold the ball here. The officials are stopping play.
Coach Dover all the way down at the 10-yard line. Wanted an explanation on something.
They're still holding the football here. I kind of want an explanation on something, Bo. Well, they're going to set everything the way it is. 29 and a half seconds left. They fire the clock.
Fire the clock.
Yep. We'll spike the football to stop the clock. Paxton Truitt downs the ball. We'll bring up second and goal here for the Bears from the 15. Kind of wonder if we might see Keon coming back in here. Paxton's back over there with Coach Marksbury, so.
Second down and goal. 27.2 seconds left. Smalley out wide to the right. Truitt steps back, looking to pass. Had Phelps on the crossing route. Dropped.
And, Bo, that drop really didn't hurt all that much. You're talking about maybe a 2-yard gain.
Yeah.
But it stops the clock. Spencer County, no timeouts left. You got to be thinking out of bounds or end zone right now. You got to start thinking that. 3rd down.
Yeah, you can't spike the ball again.
No, well, and you don't even have an opportunity here.
On the next play is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You've got to throw the ball here. It's got to be in the end zone.
You have to throw the ball.
Truitt going to the corner route. Smalley tries to come back for it.
Oh,
it's incomplete.
4th down.
You kick here.
Yep.
You got to put points on the board.
That's right. Jackson Brown's going to come out for the field goal attempt.
Well, let us have it there, Tyler.
Yeah,
since
Tyler
this is your
in our
specialty.
ears. Yeah, his specialty. What do you got to say there, Mr. Lester?
Honestly, I mean, it was 3rd and 15, so they're going to have to, throw it. Ideally, you wanted to get it more central. I've said it, I want to say a couple games ago, the left hash kicking is just very tough because you're kicking outside of your body. Good chance you miss it wide right, but, I mean, we have faith in our kicker. He's good, so...
32-yarder. The kick is blocked.
Bad snap off the block.
Hearing, as you all heard out there, Tyler saying it was a bad snap. The ball was not on the block. We saw that a few weeks ago on a point after try where the ball didn't make it to the block. And, of course, that's what makes those kicks so low. That block is there to set that nose of that football on. And if it's out in front of it, I mean, you're talking about something that's going to be at least about 4 inches out in front of it, and just the angle and the leg kick that you're going to have from your kicker, he's trying to kick where that block is, not in front of it. And if the ball's in front of it, he's going to catch the ball high. It's going to be low, and it looks like Fairdale's just going to down the ball, get into the locker room.
And that will bring us to the end of the first half. Thank goodness. Your score at the half, Fairdale 7, Spencer County 6. And we'll see if Tyler's brave enough to get a word with Coach Marksburg.
Yeah, that's a really good way of looking at it right there, because Coach Marksbury, I'm sure, is not going to be very happy going into the locker room. You know, I'd like to hear about that level of energy. You know, Tyler had mentioned himself that it just seems dead on that sidelines. And between that, and I don't know, Bo, maybe we might find out if Keon's going to be all right and be able to go for the second half. But trying to get eyes on Coach Marksbury, I see him there.
As well as the countless hours given by many volunteers who make both programs such a success.
As he's coming up to Tyler right now. Let's go down to Tyler Lester on the sideline with Coach. Maybe?
No.
He's
upset.
Okay.
As he should be, though.
That was a simple response right there.
Yeah.
And I don't much blame him. He didn't really want to talk about some of those. I'm sure there's going to be some conversations over there in the corner of that field, though, during halftime, Bo.
All right, so we're going to take a quick break, get some stuff together. We come back and give you some stats here at the half. Your score, Fairdale 7, Spencer County 6. You're watching Bears football on GHP-SPORTS.
Hi, I'm Kelly Hubbock.
And I'm Angie Robin.
And I'm Derek Jewell, and we're local agents with Brown Realty based right here in Spencer County.
Spencer County isn't just where we work. It's where we live, raise our families, and invest in our future.
Our kids go to school here. We shop local, support our small businesses, and are proud to be active members of this community.
We know this town, every back road, every neighborhood, and every familiar face. We're proud to serve our friends and neighbors with real estate guidance they can trust.
Whether you're buying, selling, or just need honest advice, we're here to help today and for years to come.
We're your local team,
Rooted in Spencer County.
and ready to work for you.
Country Mart in Taylorsville has the finest selection of freshly butchered meats, produce, and all of the other ingredients to make your mealtime a victory. If you're running short on time or just don't feel like cooking, Country Mart is the only place in Taylorsville to get delicious Champs chicken. Dine in or take it to go. Your family will love it. Make sure to use your Country Mart card to save on food and earn points at the pump. Country Mart, your local grocery, proudly serving Taylorsville and all of Spencer County for over 50 years.
Who is Thoroughbred Asset Management? We are local financial professionals for local people. We are your hometown coaches.
So see us at your school ball games, your church functions, our local chamber events.
Investing in Thoroughbred Asset Management means investing in you. We are community members with the goal of helping others. We know you work hard for your money. Let Thoroughbred Asset Management help plan a retirement strategy that works for you. We have access to all types of investment options and will form a plan that fits your individual needs. We have the tools and strategies we need to help make your goals become a reality.
Welcome to the Media Arts Pathway here at Spencer County High School, where creativity meets cutting-edge technology. One of our proudest achievements, our student-led podcast, The Digital Den. Here, our students take the lead writing, producing, and hosting episodes that explore all aspects of our school community.
The Digital Den gives us a real voice. We learn how to create content that matters, connect with audiences, and build skills that will last a lifetime. In the Media Arts Pathway, you'll have access to state-of-the-art equipment, professional cameras, industry-standard editing software, and audio gear.
Every project you create here is a step toward mastering your craft in a real-world environment, and it gets even better. Our partnership with Green Hill Productions offers unique opportunities for hands-on experience. You'll work alongside industry experts, gain valuable insights, and build your professional network all before graduation.
Working with Green Hill Productions has been incredible. I've learned so much about video production, working with the team, all while preparing me for my future career in the media arts industry. If you're passionate about media, storytelling, and technology, the SCHS Media Arts Pathway is where you belong.
The Media Arts Pathway consists of 4 courses: Introduction to Media Arts, Video Studio Fundamentals, Studio Directing and Performance, and finally, Advanced Studio Production. All students have the opportunity to graduate with an industry certification in Adobe Premiere Pro.
Join us and start creating your future today. Click the QR code on the screen to check out all of our Digital Den podcast episodes. Discover your voice, master your skills, make your mark.
SCHS loves our teachers, and they love us. As future educators, we wanted to show them off through this TikTok video as they answer the question, what is your why? The Teaching and Learning Pathway consists of 4 dual credit courses through Campbellsville University beginning students' junior year. These courses are Intro to Teaching, Human Development and Learning, Teaching with Technology, and Diverse Learners. Through these classes, students have an opportunity to teach in other schools in Spencer County, developing their leadership, communication, and problem-solving skills. Students get to learn about and use state-of-the-art technology that are used in education, such as a Promethean, video technology, educational gaming systems, iPads, and MacBooks. We have also had a variety of guest speakers, including Ms. Waller, Mr. Todd Russell, Dr. Foster, Ed Sedlock, people from OVEC, and also from KDE, to share their own teaching experiences and the importance of the impact that they have on their students. We have taken many field trips to OVEC in Louisville, the Spencer County Extension Office in Campbellsville University to widen our perspectives on teaching and to deepen our understanding of how to apply the skills we've learned in class in real life. Educators Rising is the CTSO associated with the Teaching and Learning Pathway. We currently have over 20 members, which has grown significantly from our just 5 members 3 years ago. In Educators Rising, students have the opportunity to compete and go to session at NKU in November for the projects we've been working on for the past few months. In March, students will then compete in Louisville at the state competition. If they are successful there, we will have the opportunity to go to Portland, Oregon this summer to compete at Nationals. Last year, nearly 10 students qualified for Nationals, one even placing 3rd in their section. Educators Rising loves Spencer County and wants to give back. Among many other community service projects, we host the annual Trick or Treat event and can't wait to see the huge turnout this year. Overall, one of the main priorities of this pathway is to create teacher leaders. Students have so many opportunities to develop and grow their leadership skills. They present in class, coach each other on their projects and teaching opportunities, recruit members, and provide professional development for teachers. We hope to see you in our pathway next year.
Are you looking for a reputable shop to take care of your ride? Stop by Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center, offering all manner of body and mechanical work to keep your vehicle looking and performing at its best. Conveniently located at 910 Taylorsville Road in Taylorsville. Or find us on the web at Dougherty'sBodyShop.com. Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center. Big or small, we fix it all.
Country Mart in Taylorsville has the finest selection of freshly butchered meats, produce, and all of the other ingredients to make your mealtime a victory. If you're running short on time or just don't feel like cooking, Country Mart is the only place in Taylorsville to get delicious Champs chicken. Dine in or take it to go. Your family will love it. Make sure to use your Country Mart card to save on food and earn points at the pump. Country Mart, your local grocery, proudly serving Taylorsville and all of Spencer County for over 50 years.
Hello, I'm Sean Willard, Principal Auctioneer, Broker, and Co-owner of the H. Berry Smith Realtors and Auctioneers. I'm a third-generation auctioneer, been in the business over 20 years, and learned the business as a young boy under my mentor, Barry Smith, my grandfather, Bill Willard, my father, Paul, and my current business owner and partner, Jimmy Willard, my uncle. I've learned over the 20 years in being in the auction business that most auctions come with a problem or situation that needs to be solved. Let our experience and national exposure be your solution to all your auction needs. Give us a call today.
Week at Spencer County. We kick off the athletic week on Monday, where girls soccer traveled to Shelby County High School, where they started off the week strong, winning 3-0. On Tuesday, boys soccer hosted Collins, where they took a tough loss, 8-1. Also on Tuesday, volleyball had their first action of the week, where they faced off against Whitefield Academy and took home the win, 3-1. Moving to Wednesday, where girls soccer hosted Woodford County and took a tough loss, 0-4. Also on Wednesday, volleyball traveled to North Bullitt, where they fell 1-3. And to end the athletic week, on Thursday, boys soccer faced off against LaRue County, where they fell 0-3. Also on Thursday, volleyball hosted Portland Christian and lost 0-3. Make sure to tune into all the sports going around our school to show support. Back to Bo and John.
Thank you, Blaine. And as you see here on your camera, special guest with us up here, John, one of our favorites since we've been doing this, Camden Cardwell. How you doing, Cam?
I'm doing good, man. How are you guys?
Doing great, great. I'd be feeling a little bit better if we saw a little bit more out of the Bears, though, tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of talking to the guys down there, and it's just, it looks familiar, you know. I've kind of been in that spot before. You got a young team, still learning a lot of things, really trying to dial in offensively and defensively, but they got a lot of talent, and I think everybody knows that. So, I mean, it's just, you're going to have road bumps, especially this early in their careers. Just got to find a way to kind of tune those out throughout the game.
Just like your senior year, he's got another nice stable running backs over there.
Yeah, he does. So I tell him, I said, those kids are more talented than I ever was.
You still talk to him quite a bit, don't you?
Yeah. I always swing by the office about once a month, maybe every 2 months, just to check in on the guy.
Depending on what happens tonight, you might want to avoid this.
Yeah, he was a little up. I understand it, so.
So, Cam, what you got going on?
Long story short, I was in the car business. My family, father, grandfather, uncles, cousins, all sold cars. So, as everyone knows, I didn't go the football route. Got into the car business and started hearing about a thing called flipping houses. And I was like, that's pretty neat, and got into it. And April of this year, I was able to walk away and do that full time now. So
cool. Oh wow,
yeah.
Wow, that's pretty neat. This first game you've been able to make it to this year?
Yeah, this year this is my first one. I wanted to go to the Collins game, but wasn't able to make it.
It's that team up north is what we call it.
Yeah, that team up north.
Thank you. I wasn't going to repeat the name. Anyway, but no, it's great to see it. Bo hit us up earlier and said, hey, Cam, hit me up, and he's going to stop by and talk to us, and it's good to see you out here. I hope there's a way that maybe you can go over there and maybe help get some of them jacked up a little. Of course, you might want to stay up here and watch this view. I mean, we got a kind of a perch up here, don't we?
Yeah, we got a really good view up here. You can see everything. You know, I might have a couple words for him.
Go down there and grab that flag and run it out like you used to.
Yeah.
And wave it.
Yeah, just don't have your arm in a cast when you do it. That's all we ask.
Right. Yeah, knowing me, I'll probably tear my ACL just trying to run out there. Yeah, but I mean, this is what's beautiful about the sport too. I mean, we were talking about how they got to grow out there on the field, young group of kids. Well, this is also for those younger kids that are obviously talented athletes. This is also a great opportunity right over there in that corner to say, hey, I'm going to grow as a leader right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to get my guys together. I'm going to show them I want to do everything I possibly can out here, every play. So, and those coaches know. They know, oh, this is a perfect opportunity. I want to see how he responds.
Yeah.
And that's how you know
And
moving
what buttons to
forward.
push.
Yes,
And how
that's how
hard
you,
to push
yeah, that's how you know moving forward. All right, this is going to be my guy. This is going to be a Wade Hutt, a Nolan Boston.
Yeah.
You know, those kind of guys.
A Cam Cardwell.
Yeah, well.
I know you weren't going to say it, but I'll say it.
Well, I mean, the greatest thing, you know, that we had, that we were truly blessed with, was we went a lot of years playing football together.
Yeah.
A lot of times putting that helmet on together and going to war. And I think a lot of these kids kind of have had the same scenario. You just see it, man, and it gets you excited because it's a young group. They're hungry. Like I said, they're more talented than we ever were. Like, they really were. If they can just get that mental piece locked in, get everything buttoned up, boys, you could see a really dangerous team here in a year or two.
Yeah, I think so too. And it's one of those, that mental thing right now, that energy that we haven't seen very much of in the first half. It's difficult to make that travel. Of course, we saw that out of you all. You know, you had the third round of the playoffs. We went down to Russellville and, you know, to play Logan County. And when you guys came out on the field, we could see a difference. And I'm sure you could too. You know, you weren't actually able to play because you were injured, of course, like most seasons. But anyway, I'm just giving you a hard time, Cam.
You're right.
But I'm sure you could see it even from the sidelines. And it's difficult to get that energy to travel sometimes because everything's different about your day, from what you're doing after school to trying to get something to eat to getting on the bus. You're at a different place. Like, even here right now, you weren't even in a locker room for halftime. You're off the corner in the yard. And so, you know, those types of changes like that can be rough.
Yeah, you're 100% right. And that's the side that doesn't get shown. You know, you're juggling classes, you're juggling the after-school routine, trying to take care of your body, trying to take care of your schoolwork.
Maybe we need to do a Hard Knocks.
Yeah, maybe we do. Maybe we do.
Yeah, but I mean, you just have to have that mentality when you walk off the bus, when you make those travels, when you walk in that locker room with your guys for the first time. All right, this is business. You know, let's tune out all the noise, whether it's good or bad. Let's tune it out. And that was one thing, looking back, I will say I was proud of my class. We were really good at going to the road and just staying focused. Like, the one I always think of was Bullitt East.
Yes.
I mean, that was an absolute show. I mean, there were so many people there.
Yeah.
Collins, senior year at home. Big crowd. Granted, it was at home, but still, you got to tune out that noise. And, again, that is a big battle that people don't really talk about, being in those tough scenarios.
Well, Cam, man, we appreciate you coming up here to talk to us. You know you're always welcome.
Yeah, I
We'll
appreciate
find
it,
you a
guys. I really
microphone
do.
Somewhere, and we'll get up here. We'll do a three-man crew.
That's right. That wouldn't bother me a bit. I mean, well, three-man crew real quick before you step off here. What are you seeing that you would like to see changes of from this offense and defense for the Bears?
Yeah, I mean, just got to play with better tempo. I mean, it's almost, I hate to say this, but kind of looks like a lack of effort. Like, we're not giving 100% every play, and you know that's not how we do it around here. Everybody knows that. And just not making the simple mistakes, the things that you know better. You know, you run a play and you're supposed to block down, but you reach.
Yeah.
Come on, we're better than that.
Yeah.
I mean, we learned that a long time ago. So just really, you know, don't make the simple mistakes. If you do, just keep going forward. Don't let it get all hung up and in your mental. Just play with a little more fire. That's all it is.
Well, before you lay the microphone down and step away, I don't know if he's still sitting there, but earlier before we went on the air, Coach Hall was right up here in the top of the stands
He's
off
still
the
over
side
there.
in a salmon color
Yep.
shirt. You're going to have to stop and talk Coach.
Yeah, I actually saw him as soon as I walked in. I was like, "Oh my gosh, there he is!" But yeah, I definitely want to
The
reconnect
legend.
with him before I head out of here because, wow, what a guy!
Yeah, it's good to see him tonight. They had to buy Fairdale in their district, so he's trying to do a little bit of scouting, and I think Spencer County's giving him some good material to scout with right now.
Yeah.
Because Fairdale's kind of getting to do some of the things they want to do. But again, we appreciate you stopping by, Cam. Anytime, you are welcome.
Yeah, thank you guys, and thank you for continuing to do this and grow this, and just helping the community. I mean, it really is. I love it. Absolutely love it. Thank you guys.
Thank you, man. Cam Cardwell. So, John, we still got a couple minutes here.
Yeah, if you want to hit a few stats real quick. I don't know if we have time for that. So we are hearing in our ears right now that we won't be seeing number 6 in the second half. Heard that from the sideline. Keon out for the game. Of course, a brutal hit put on him. But, Bo, do you have some stats over there for us?
I do. They're ugly, but I'll read them. They're actually ugly for both sides, to be honest with you. So far, Spencer County, 24 rushes for 81 yards, 19 for 44 for Fairdale. Spencer County's 0 for 4 passing, Fairdale 2 of 8. Total plays, Spencer County 28 plays for 81 yards and 27 plays for 64 yards for Fairdale. 2 turnovers, John. That's something we haven't talked about enough, I don't think, here early on for the Bears. Spencer County 1 of 5 on third down conversions, 1 of 2 on fourth down, and it's just it's bad all the way through.
It is, and those are okay. It's over with. There was 24 minutes of football that's done been played that we don't have to deal with anymore. We don't need to talk about anymore. We've made our adjustments. We're just starting over again. It's a 1-point deficit, so it's not like really starting over 0-0. But Spencer County and the talent they have should be able to take care of this. Now, this is something, too, that's interesting here with this kickoff from Fairdale. I didn't get to mention it earlier. They did kick off once before with their touchdown. Don't really have a guy that can put a good foot behind the football. And so a lot of what they're going to do is onside kick style of stuff. And, of course, Spencer County's seen it on film. We have the hands team up close, ready for that. You know, Noah Kropp, Ryan Toby, Green's up there, Paxton's up there, McCarthy's up there.
In the games we watched, John, every game, first the opening kickoff,
the opening
was
kickoff.
an onside kick.
Yep, let it go out of bounds. There you go. It's be a legal kick out of bounds, and being it's
they're going to mark it at the 45.
Yep, and that'll be where it'll be spotted.
So good field position to start second half. We just got to see if the Bears going to show a little sign of life.
No, they're not going to mark it there. Actually, this guy down here had it. He's holding it. They're actually going to mark the ball at the 39-yard line.
Now, that's where the penalty is coming
occurred.
from.
Okay, now we're good. 44 yards. Goodness. I don't know, as long as discussion as they had earlier with a few of these calls and the officials, I wasn't sure what they were doing.
Again, Keon Davis out the rest of the game. Paxton Truitt under center. Truitt hands off to Green. Got a blocker in front of him. Grab from behind. Going to pick up 2 on that. Be second down and 8.
Yeah, good hole emerged, right away for Green as he was able to come around that side and just kind of closed up a little bit quick. That's one of those things. Green's doing exactly what he's supposed to. He's following his blocker through that hole. You have that guard pulling around. We'll see it here on the Country Mart Instant Replay. As that guard pulls around, he's doing what he needs to do. But then there hits a spot where if that guard's in your way, you're going to have to be able to cut and get what you can get. If you slow down too much, you're giving the defense an opportunity to get to you.
Higdon in motion. Going to get a false start.
I think the offensive player moved as a reaction. That's what they're going to call is an offsides. That was Chaz Tutt trying to get an early jump. That's the second time he's jumped offsides, Bo. Ryan Toby lined up there at tight end, just reacting to the movement of him crossing into the neutral zone. Glad the officials got that right. It's going to bring up a second and short now, about 3 yards.
7 penalties for 50 yards so far tonight on Higdon again in motion. Handoff. Crop. Big hole. Gets enough for the first down up to about the 41-yard line.
Yeah, and this is a point, too. We were talking at halftime there with Cam about, the energy and, trying to find that and being able to do something with it. Sometimes teams are even going to look to the sidelines for energy. They're either their players or their fans. And right now, I think both of them are sitting there waiting for this team to show them something. They're almost on their own out there on the field to try to get some life.
I think Truitt kept that himself, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Carrying the ball for the Bears, number 7, Paxton Truitt.
Yeah, Paxton Truitt taking that snap and just going to that left A gap right there, trying to lean forward, see if he can get a little bit of movement.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Going to maybe take – I want to see on this next play what these tackles are doing for Fairdale. We know earlier in the game, Bo, kind of pinching down to those A gaps. Obviously, there was a little space there for Paxton to go. I'm wondering if they're going to soften up that inside a little bit. Again, the safety's up 8 yards from the ball.
Pitch to Green. Got room around the edge. It's crossed 35. Good for the first down.
Carrying the ball for the Bears, number 2, Jake Green. He's brought down by the Dogs. Number 2, Juan Richards.
It's a good start.
Mark the ball at the 28-yard line.
Good start for the Bears. Now you got to keep this going.
Pickup of 11 for Green.
Spencer County's got to know, Bo, that Fairdale's not going to give them this. They've got to come out and they have to take this from them.
Handoff Phelps up the middle.
Carrying the ball for the Bears, number 5.
Going to get about 4 yards, it looks like.
Number 60, Montez Armstrong.
I'll take that all day long. Second and a long 6. They've got him spotted just over the 25-yard line.
For the Bears.
Higdon again up the middle. Not going to get as much that time. Pick up maybe a couple.
The ball for the Bears.
I think it was Noah Crop. Yeah, it was Noah.
That was Crop. Higdon was in motion there.
I'm watching this safety, and even before the ball snapped, he's taking a step like he's coming downhill. He's coming towards the line. We've got to be able to find a way. If nothing else, of course, you have Armin Smalley lined up on the outside. That's our typical receiver that here Paxton Truitt's going to have to go to, but you get Ryan Toby out there as the tight end. If he's able to slip out into the flats over here on the near side of the field towards us, there's a lot of green grass right there with that safety up that far.
Time handoff to Green. It's going to take a loss.
Carrying the ball for the Bears, number 2, Jake Green. He's brought down by the
third down now.
Going to mark him at the 27. Loss of 2.
And again, you're just not seeing the energy. Even on the line, Bo, they're not holding their blocks. They're not, keeping this defense from being disruptive. As an offensive lineman, you can't just come out of your stance, touch a guy once. You have to find a way to be able to impact that play, to be able to block somebody. And if that guy does happen to get by you, get upfield to somebody else. Do something else. Your job is never over until that whistle blows.
4th and 9. Paxton looks to pass. Throws it up. It could be
It should have been a flag out of
thought. But could have been a flag there. Intended for Smalley. That'll be a turnover on downs for the Bears.
Look at our Country Mart instant replay, and I thought he grabbed a hold of Smalley a little bit there. He was that little double move where Smalley took off. No flag.
Here's the Country Mart instant replay. Nope.
Yeah, you're a little late to the game there, bud. We just went over that.
I know. But
so that's going to be a turnover on downs. Fairdale's going to take over now from that 27-yard line. See if the Spencer County defense can kind of bring a little bit of intensity to this game.
Hit in the backfield. Get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that was all he was going to be able to do.
Raquel Johnson on that carry.
Number 7, Paxton Pruitt. He's up 2nd and 10 for the Dogs.
Got a player down for Spencer County. Just took a knee right there, number 79. That's Garcia. Looks like he's might be holding his arm or something a little bit right there. Snyder out there to check on him.
Final from Louisville, John. Didn't see this one coming. Trinity 46, Male 0.
Wow. So, I mean, since probably the beginning of the season, when you look at the power rankings in Kentucky, when they do that, it doesn't matter the class you're in. They're ranking who they feel is the best team in the state and working their way down through. And Trinity sit there for a while, but Male's been on that board too. And for Trinity to kind of, I mean, really just wipe the field with them right there, I mean, that gives a little credibility to that number 1 spot that they've held.
Second and 10 for the Bulldogs. Screen pass, complete, makes a man miss, gets across the 35 up to about the 36-yard line. Pass was complete to Jacoby Smith.
Yeah, Amari McCarthy, one of the first guys there to make contact with him, tried to wrap him up around the legs, able to step through that tackle and pick up a few more yards to make it 3rd and short.
This time Butler under center. Hands off. Gets it to Johnson. Big run. Going to get out of bounds about the 48-yard line. Pickup of 12. And that moves the sticks.
Bo, it eventually hits a spot where somebody's got to care. That's what this is boiling down to right now. You know, Cam alluded to it, that when they were over there at halftime, there's so many guys with that opportunity then to step up and be that leader, to want to try to just bring their team together, bring that energy, bring that attack. And it's still looking for that right now. 5.5 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter, and Spencer County just, I mean, somebody's got to give them, a shot of something.
Hand off again to Johnson. Pushed out of bounds by Smalley.
Smalley's going to get credited for that tackle, Bo, but
you don't need to get that far.
And I'm not trying to call the young man out when I say this, but Smalley got there along the sidelines, and he sit and waited for him to come to him. You had defenders that were already inside the field of play, had him pinned towards the sidelines. The runner, come up the field, do something, move, try to get involved to slow down this rushing attack for Fairdale, because right now they're just moving the ball at will for the Bears. 2nd and short.
Quick pass. Complete. Gets across the 40 to the 38. Pass is complete to DeJuan Richards.
He is brought down by the Bears. Number 21.
Be another Fairdale first down.
That's enough for a Dog first down.
Somebody's got to care, Bo. Somebody's got to care.
5 minutes left in the 3rd. Fairdale leads 7-6. Twins out to the right. Split backs for Butler. Hands off again. Cuts back up the middle is Johnson. Across the 35 to about the 34-yard line.
Number 34.
Fairdale just chewing clock right now, too, Bo. Down under 5 minutes in the 3rd quarter.
2nd down and about 5. Start to see hands on the hips of that Spencer County defense, John.
We
That's
are.
never a good sign.
Nope.
Quick
Screen.
pass. Brought down by Smalley. Right at the 31-yard line. Pick up of 3.
Is brought down by the Bears. Number 7.
It'll be 3rd down and 2. Big plays right here, Bo. Big plays.
Wishbone. Butler again to Johnson. Across the 30. Get down to about the 27-yard line, maybe 28. Pick up a 3. It's good enough for another Bulldog first down.
And, Bo, 3 or 4 Bears on him as he's rounding that corner. You cannot allow him to drive you forward. You cannot allow him to fall forward in that situation. You've got to have some intensity with these tackles.
Butler rolls out to the right, looking to pass to Tutt. It's incomplete. Covered by Isaiah Smith. Bring up 2nd down and 10. That pass was there, John.
Yep. That helps, though. That incompletion, that helps. We can keep Fairdale. If we can get them playing behind the sticks, I mean, that goes a long way right there for the Bears to try to slow down this offense right now. An offense that really isn't going all that fast, but they're gaining. They're getting these plays where they're 5, 6, 7 yards downfield on a play, and you're going to move the sticks pretty well doing that if you make those kind of plays. Just really no penetration from the defense, no life from the defense. Got to see something. False start. That helped a little. Left side of the line over here for Fairdale. It's going to back them up 5 yards. And bring up a 2nd and 15 now for the Bulldogs.
Eighth penalty on the night for the Bulldogs.
Spencer County has to take advantage of this, Bo. There have been so few times that we've had positive things happen. We've got to be able to make something positive out of this.
Trips to the right, wide side of the field. Butler rolls that way, looking to pass. Over the middle, wide open. Paxton Truitt takes him down right at the 30-yard line. Pick up about 3 on that.
Pass was complete to number 9, Carter Smith. He's brought down by the Bears.
They're actually going to give him 5 yards on that, Bo. I'm with you. I thought he was down
before
before
at the 30, but
that's going to bring him back to the original line of scrimmage, bring up a 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10. This time trips to the left.
Got pressure. Amari McCarthy.
That's about a 10-yard loss.
That's big right there.
Number 21, Amari McCarthy. Brings up
It's going to bring up 4th down, and I think
he's going to punt.
He's going to have to punt. 4th and 22, where they spotted the football. So now this is when we need another one of those 6-yard net type punts out of Fairdale right here.
Play clock down to 5. 3, 2, 1. He gets it off. Fair catch called by Noah Kropp. fields it at the 11-yard line, and that's where the Bears will take over.
Bears almost got to him. Let's look at this here. Amari McCarthy off the outside edge, and he's just
untouched.
Humming. Yep. Butler didn't see he was coming. No idea at all. That's one of those lookout blocks. We talked about that watching film the other day where see the guy coming around and you yell back to your quarterback, look out, and here he is. So Amari, sure tackling. We know he does a great job at that. As soon as he got his hands on Butler didn't stand a chance.
One out wide each way for the Bears. Green in motion, takes the pitch. Gets across the 15, got a little
room.
He's breaking loose, gets across midfield. Now it's just a foot race between him and Johnson. Down to the 10, 5,
touchdown Bears!
And Jake Green is wore out.
Give that man a Gatorade right now, Coach. What a run right there from number 2. No flags on the field. Little spark of life now in that crowd over there for Spencer County.
Bears are going to go for 2 here.
We're going to have an official timeout. Don't know what's going on here.
He had a player down the back of the end zone.
Oh, I see him back there. Let's look at our Country Mart instant replay. This is just Jake Green finding a little bit of space. He's able to shoot through a tackle right there, Bo, and that was it. And I really did wonder if he might get caught on that. Just enough room as he faded towards that corner of the end zone to be able to get down there without getting caught. And right now, I think the only thing he's ready to catch is maybe a little oxygen.
This looks like a cramp issue. Fairdale player down in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, that's where, saw the official timeout, wondered what was going on. Couldn't see the player at the time. Of course, players moving around back behind there. It was just hard to pick him out.
John, me and you are guilty of saying it all the time. This Bears offense is not built to strike quick.
No.
But then you have plays like that. One play, 89 yards.
Yep.
And hoping again that may be the breath of life that this team needs.
They need something. I don't know. Get them a Snickers bar or something if that's what it's going to take. But they got to have something to get them going. And Jake Green might have been the one to kickstart them right there and hopefully get this momentum. Now, you did mention there a little bit ago before the official timeout, it looked like we're going to go for 2 on this as Coach Marksberry has his offense huddled up over there. Try to make it a 7-point game.
This is actually good for the Bears, too. Lets Jake get a break here.
That's right.
Catch his breath.
Fairdale player's up and walking off the field under his own power. That might be.
Is that Johnson?
I think it might be Johnson again.
He was the one chasing Green.
That's who it was. Yep. Johnson player that was down earlier.
That's the second time he's been down.
Yep. So as they're working to get him off to the side of the field, safety reasons, cannot have him back behind the end zone there. Get him out of harm's way. We'll have to sit out the play. He's walking under his own power, Bo, but he doesn't look like he's real comfortable. So here come the Bears onto the field now.
55 seconds left to go in the third.
Let's get this 2 points.
Tight formation for the Bears. Man in motion. Oh, and he's wide open to Noah Crop for the 2. Everybody went right except Noah.
Yep. 2-point conversion is good for the Bears. 14-7 lead now. 54.2 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Let's take a look at Country Mart instant replay. And this is what Bo's talking about. You got Jake Green swing motion to the right. Paxton actually, as he's backing up, has his eyes to the middle and middle right of the field, and right at that last second, turns to the left. Of course, the safety had followed the eyes. The safety had followed Green. He's able to turn back to the left. Noah Crop all by himself over there for an easy 2-point conversion.
14-7, Bears lead. 54.2 seconds left to go in the third. Now defense has got to get a stop here. We got to have some life on the defensive side.
There's a pulse right now. It's still faint, but there is a pulse from these Bears right now. See if we can get that heart pumping a little bit more, shut them down, 3 and out, get that ball back, and make a statement on the next drive.
They may be playing this drive without Johnson also. He's still over here on the ground getting the roller on the back of his leg. It's a cramping issue.
Taking the ball to the Bears, number 1,
Jackson Brown going to line up again to kick it short at an angle. Braden Hayes is the one over there, the up back for Fairdale. So he and Chaz Tutt, they've switched sides.
Ball is going to go out of bounds.
Don't mind that. It's going to bring the ball out to the 35. But really, that's about the field position we've been giving up to begin with these short kicks. Now, of course, Spencer County struggled a little bit, Bo, with the kickoffs at KCD. And there was not really struggling with the kickoffs. They struggled with kickoff coverage. And so I don't know if that's something that Coach Marksbury is still concerned about, why he wants to kick short.
We've not seen Jackson kick long since that KCD game.
And we know Jackson has the ability to put that ball inside the 10-yard line, over in the corner. I mean, he can gain you yardage that way. And maybe it's that coverage issue that we had at KCD that's got them to where they're just wanting to kick short.
Handoff.
Got a
pick
flag.
up about 10.
Flag on the field.
Carrying the ball for the Bulldogs. Number 0, Demetrius Taylor. He's brought down by the Bears. Number 81, Jacob Goodlett. Flag on the play.
Jacob Goodlett on the tackle. We had a personal foul. Face mask on Spencer County. So Country Mart instant replay. And back hits the hole, and I didn't see it. I really didn't, but that's going to be 15 yards regardless of what my eyes beheld on that play. 46.8 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Self-inflicted wounds, Bo, self-inflicted wounds. You get a little energy from your offense. Big run from Jake Green to get the lead again. You cannot give that momentum back to Fairdale.
Butler, pass wide open in the flat.
That's a hold. Isaiah Smith over there trying to get around that defender to the side, being held, no flag. It'll be a big gain.
First down. He's brought down by the Bears. Number 4, Isaiah Smith.
1st and 10 Bulldogs.
I don't know if we'll see the ball snapped again, Bo, in this quarter.
And that's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter. Your score, Spencer County 14, Fairdale 7. We'll be right back on GHP Sports.
Are you looking for a reputable shop to take care of your ride? Stop by Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center, offering all manner of body and mechanical work to keep your vehicle looking and performing at its best. Conveniently located at 910 Taylorsville Road in Taylorsville, or find us on the web at Dougherty'sBodyShop.com. Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center. Big or small, we fix it all.
Welcome back to Fairdale High School, and it's a good thing you don't have cameras on me and John.
Why?
In between, we're up here dancing to the Cotton Eye Joe.
You know, it's a shame, actually. I know there's people at home now that are going to want like a picture-in-picture shot of us between the quarters so they can see these awesome moves that I have, Bo. You not
Spencer County.
You changing the subject on me, Bo?
I am.
Dang it.
Spencer County had 81 yards in that first half, John. They got 192 now, 150 for Fairdale. So each team more than doubled their total yardage in that third quarter alone. Trips to Butler's right, wide side of the field. Looking that way, across the middle, throws behind his receiver, incomplete.
Had his receiver, too, right there. Juwan Richards just came out of his slot position as a receiver, running a little slant route to the inside. And I'm telling you what, if that ball would have been put on, I'm not saying he would have scored, but he had a little bit of space around him, Bo.
Be second down and 10.
Spencer County defense being
Back
called
to the
on
bone.
here. Yeah, we gotta get this stop.
Handoff, Taylor makes a man miss, and then runs into a whole host of Bears. Gilbert, Phelps, McCarthy, Truitt, amongst others. Third and 9. Third and 8.
9 sounds better, Bo.
It does sound better. Got the offensive guard, John, as the fullback on this wishbone. Give it to Taylor again.
Nothing.
Chased out of bounds.
Very
And
little.
down Jacob Goodlett with the tackle.
The Bulldogs. Number 0, Demetrius Taylor. He was brought down by the Bears.
Might have got a couple
Number
yards.
81.
That's all they're going to give him right there. It's going to bring up a fourth and about 6.
And they're sending the field goal team out.
Yeah, they are. Sending the field goal unit out.
Timeout, Fairdale.
Yeah, they weren't
Could not
ready.
get situated. Play clock was under 10 seconds. Coach Dover didn't want to chance that.
That, and I count 13 heads. I may be off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, 12 heads. One of them came off. So they would have had too many men on the field. Trying to get that 3 points if he can. Just to bring it a little bit closer.
It's going to be a 31-yard field goal.
Spencer County got Caleb Higdon back, which is a good idea because that ball is live.
High snap. Kick is up. And it is good. With 10:36 left to go in the ball game, Spencer County leads 14-10.
Spencer County now, they have an opportunity, Bo, that they have to take a hold of. They've had opportunities all game that we've been waiting for them to take a hold of. Now we're getting at the point where, if not now, win type of thing. You know, you have to be able to pick up first downs. You have to be able to run that clock and preferably put some points on the board on this drive too, to try to either stretch that lead back to 7 or maybe even take that lead on up to 11. But Spencer County, very, very important that they're able to move these chains, move these sticks.
This is where you want that patented Spencer County 6, 7, 8 minute drive.
Yep.
Just methodically moving the ball down the field.
I tell you what, it's going to start with those boys up front. I mean, it always does. You know, most games are going to be won and lost in the trenches anyway. Spencer County offensive line struggling a little bit. They're not, I talked about it on that last possession, not really holding their blocks very well, not being able to keep guys from getting to our skill position players before they can even pass the line of scrimmage. You're just going to have to be able to step up and make those blocks and get downfield and make more and just try to have that effort. And then we're going to actually see a kickoff.
Blands it, fields it at the 12. And then downs the ball at the 25.
Yeah, I don't much blame him there. Of course, Spencer County setting up on a to receive the kick and having only seen these onside type style kicks from Fairdale, you put people back deep just in case, because that's a live football. It goes past 10 yards. You have to have somebody back there to field the football. But in that process, having your hands team lined up the way you do on that ready to receive potential onside kick, you're not really set up to block.
Well, we usually see Green and Smalley back deep, and and they're up on the hands team.
So, yeah, you don't have your normal guys up front set up any sort of a middle wedge or a right return, left return, anything like that. So, basically, you have Fairdale running down, just free game ready to hit you. Good idea to get down.
Green in motion. Hand off to Crop. Keeps driving forward. No, that's Phelps.
That's Phelps.
Gets across the 30. Going to go down about the 31. 6-yard gain for Brody Phelps.
And that's right on pace with that patented offense you're talking about, Bo. That 6-7 minute drive that you see the Bears have. You do that. You get that 5, 6, 7 yards, whatever, on first down. That's staying ahead of the chains. That's what you're trying to do. That first down, if you can get ahead of the chains on first down, you got a lot of options when it comes to second and third down.
Bears in no hurry. This time Phelps again. May have got a yard. We'll bring up 3rd and 3.
The Bears, number 5, Brody Phelps. He's brought down by the Bulldogs.
Big third down here.
Number 0.
3rd and 3 for Spencer County. Now, I was happy with that play on first down. I'm not totally disappointed with the play on second, but again, we've got to be able to move these sticks now, Bo. We've got to be able to keep that clock on our side, giving us an opportunity to put points on the board.
Pitch to Green. Hit at the 34, going to go down at the 35.
See where they spotted. If they got it to the 35, that should be a first down. All depend on the official spot. They've got him spotted right at the line. If that's the case, I think that's first down.
First down,
is.
Bears.
Good hard run there by Jake Green to be able to pick up those 3 yards, just much needed yards.
Hand off up the middle.
Brody Phelps again.
And pick up maybe a yard.
Carrying the ball for the Bears. Number 5, Brody Phelps. He's brought down by Bulldogs. Number 60, Montez Armstrong.
Play call coming in from backup quarterback Paxton Truitt. Of course, not really hurting real bad when Paxton comes in at quarterback. Spent a lot of time growing up playing quarterback. It's a position he understands.
Green makes a man miss. Going to get across the 45 to about the 46. That's going to be another Bears first down.
Good run there by Jake Green. That's what we need out of him right now. We just need moving the chains. They get this ball spotted. They should fire the clock. There they go. He was on the ground inbounds. That clock ticking is just as important as these first downs right now for Spencer County.
Yeah, there's no need to snap that ball until that play clock gets down under 10.
Yep. And wish is going to be their command right here, Bo, as we're under 10 now on the play clock.
Crop falls forward.
Carrying the ball for the Bears, number 34.
This official's got him marked about a yard behind where he's at.
The other official has him marked further up. And they're going to mark it with the one that's back. They're only going to give him a yard on that play. Again, keeping that clock moving is just as important as anything right now.
Call it second down and 9. Play clock down to 3.
Hey, we got double tackles on this end.
Green skips back toward the middle, gets to midfield.
Yeah, I didn't catch it till right before the ball was snapped, Bo, but they had 2 tackles on this side of the offensive line. Guard and Ryan Toby lined up on the weak side, trying to get a little bit more beef on the side that they wanted to go to, try to impose their will a little bit, and picked up a few yards with it, 4 yards actually. Now 3 yards. Going to bring up about a 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6 as we go under 6 minutes left to go.
Now we're back to a balanced line.
Coach Marksberry burns one of his 3 timeouts.
Didn't mind that. Spencer County trying to maybe pick up a few cheap yards there, make it a 3rd and 1 instead of a 3rd and 6. Between that and, the play clock was down to 2 when the timeout was called, so ate up a lot of game clock right there. 5:43 left to go in the game. And, Bo, this is one of those games that kind of has mixed emotions for some of the people involved. Of course, players, they're struggling, just to stay in the game, stay engaged and everything like that. And, of course, we're hoping this score can at least hold if Spencer County maybe even score again and be able to get this win. But if you're a coach, Bo, this is when you kind of enjoy going to practice on Monday morning after a game like this. If you can pick up this win, you can still show up at practice a little pissed off if you wanted to. And going out there and trying to correct these mistakes. You still got the W, you still get that check mark in that column, but you can go into practice being like, boys, we're going to work. And there's some stuff that definitely needs to be worked on before we face Western Hills next week in Taylorsville.
This is the final warm-up, John. District play next week. Crop up the middle. Still driving. Gets to the 45. It's going to be about a yard short.
Going to bring up about a 4th and 1.
He was brought down by the Bulldog, number 10, LaRon Jackson.
And you wonder here what Coach Marksberry wants to do.
Don't call another timeout here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised you go up and see if you can't get Fairdale to jump off sides. Spencer County's had some luck with that bear crawl play where there's that little tush push that we have. Had some luck in there with Keon at that, pushing it up the middle. You get an aggressive defensive lineman ready to slow that down, try to stop that. And this is what looks like we're going to see out of this if this ball gets snapped. They jumped the neutral zone. That's going to be – no, they're going to call false start.
Yep.
I didn't see anybody jump other than somebody from Fairdale, but somebody might have shifted in their stance. Let's look at our Country Mart instant replay here. Players are set. I didn't see anybody jump. I don't know what they're talking about.
It's 4th and 6. So now the punt team comes on.
And I agree with this. You do all you can to try to bury him deep.
Number 2, Juwan Richard.
Good punt.
Fielded at the 13. Slips a tackle. Going to get out to about the 30-yard line.
4:44 left, Bo.
Now you put it in Coach Eldridge and his defense's hands.
Yep. Defense that's not necessarily playing with a chip on their shoulder tonight, but a defense that's plenty capable of closing this game out. Spencer County, 2 timeouts remaining. Fairdale has all 3. Coach Dover's got those. He's kept those in his pocket. So nobody really concerned about the clock right now. I do want to take a chance to remind everyone, stay with us after the game. We will have the Kelly Hubbock coaches interview. We will also, hopefully, yeah, good call. And we will also have the Trevor Brown Construction Player of the Game interview.
Butler rolls back. Pass out
Too much time.
flat.
Too much time. Too much time. You cannot give
Smith.
You can't give Jarrell Butler that much time to sit back there and find a receiver. I like I said in pregame, the kid can spin it. We know he can throw the football, but he panics under pressure. You have to get pressure on him somehow to keep him from having that time to pick the secondary apart.
John, when we done that Woodford County game, he was running for his life the whole game.
He was. And there
Wide
we are
open.
again.
I mean, there's nobody within 10 yards of that receiver.
That's a first down. Fairdale going to move the sticks.
Bulldogs pass is complete. The number 9, Carter Brothers. He was brought down by the Bears. Number 5.
Now, this is the only point where, well, I did question it before in my mind. I didn't mention it, but I questioned the field goal attempt from Fairdale and going and getting that 3 because it still left them down by 4. They still have to have a touchdown. That's a false start on that tackle. Thank you for throwing the flag. Goodness. 77, false start.
South Oldham beats Oldham County 14-11. That's a score you don't hear too often.
No, it isn't. Goodness. South Oldham, of course, they knocked off North Oldham last week, and so I don't know if they have an Oldham Cup like they do the Bullet Cup, but if they did.
Butler quickly connects. Truitt in on the tackle.
Bulldogs pass is complete to number 9, Carter Smothers. He's brought down by the
Carter
Bears.
Smothers with that.
Number 7, back to Truitt.
Going to pick up about 4 yards,
Second and 10
5 yards.
for your dog.
We'll call it 2nd and 10. Trips out to the left. Handoff.
There
Met
we go.
in the backfield by Jacob Goodlett.
Big play right there from Jacob Goodlett.
Sending the ball to the Bulldogs.
Richard Gilbert back there to help clean it up a little bit too. He's going to come off a little bit slow to get up, but big man seems to be moving all right.
Number 81, A.D. Boss. Brings up 3rd and 12 for your dog.
Now's when you got to start thinking about that clock, Bo, if you're Coach Dover and Fairdale Bulldogs. We're under 2.5 minutes left to go. All 3 timeouts for Fairdale.
Screen pass.
Oh, Paxton
Truitt
Truitt
got him by the shirt. And that's all. He's going to pick up a couple, John, but that's still going to leave a 4th and 8.
Yep. And it's going to be a big play right here if you're Fairdale. You can't afford to punt this ball now. The clock's still moving. No timeout called.
Number 17.
This is the ball game right here, Bo.
A long 7 for your dog.
All but the ball game. Having 3 timeouts, they can still stop the clock on us if they turn it over.
Spencer County faithful getting a little loud. Trips out to the right for Butler. 4th down and 8. He rolls out to the right, looking to pass. Still running.
That's what he wanted.
The pass is complete and not enough. Gets across midfield to about the 48-yard line. He's going to be about 2 yards short. Spencer County will take over on downs.
He's brought down by the Bears.
So now's when those 3 timeouts will matter, Bo. I mean, Spencer County obviously running the football here. We know they are going to run the football. But Coach Dover is going to do everything he can to stop that clock. If he can keep us from picking up a first down here, they might still have just a couple seconds left to work with. But we know right now this is going to be a steady dose of either Noah Kropp or Brody Phelps up the middle. Again, the change of possession, they definitely going to take their time coming out here. Good push.
Handoff.
Good push.
Goes to Phelps. He's going to pick up about 7.
Offensive linemen come off the ball there. Great drive. Great drive on them.
Still no timeout by Coach Dover.
Surprises me. That I'm surprised. I cannot believe he's not using a timeout right now. Trying to get an opportunity to maybe get the football back if they can stop us from picking up this first down.
Spencer County, if I'm Coach Marksbury, I run this down and call timeout myself.
I do too. I mean, you got 20 seconds left on the play clock, so you're going to be down, somewhere around 42-ish, 43-ish when you can call a timeout. Coach Marksbury's got the officials' attention over there, Bo. I think that's exactly what he's going to do. Timeout, 1 second left on the play clock. He used everything he could. 43 and a half seconds left to go in the game. Spencer County's going to talk about it. And now, Bo, we're at a spot, a first down wins this ball game. Because even with those 3 timeouts, Spencer County still have that opportunity to run that play clock down on one of those. And a 40-second play clock, I mean, we run one play right now and eat up 3.5 seconds, the game's over.
Final from Florida, Woodford County beats Heritage 35-17.
I tell you what, anybody out there who watches some 5A football, you pay close attention to Woodford County. I know we have that team up north that they
let
play
me tell you
5A.
something. The polls came out last week, top 10, and 4 of the top 10 was in that one district.
Yep.
Scott County, Woodford County, the team up north, and South Oldham.
Yep. And so, I mean, you're talking some serious competition there. Haven't gotten to see Woodford County play. Bo, they're for real.
Handoff. Phelps goes down quick, and now Coach Dover burns a timeout.
Yeah. See, now that's where it actually
seconds.
can work for him. That first down means everything to the Bears. Coach Dover trying to save what he can. Still surprised he didn't use a timeout earlier.
Highlands defeats Ryle 28-24. Elder out of Ohio defeats St. X 26-24.
Yep, Cincinnati Elder right there.
Rockcastle County improves to 5-0, defeats Madison Southern 42-7. Good old Rockcastle County.
Yeah.
You know, it helps if you know people from down home. I've always been told if I can make it to the Rockcastle River, which is right there at the Laurel County line, to hammer down, that I'll get it ticket taken care of from there on in.
Yeah, but you know what's funny? All of our listeners out there, they don't know. Recently, both of us have gotten new trucks. And we both laughed about how we're trying to get this fuel mileage thing better on it. We watched that gauge, that miles per gallon.
Used to, we'd drive 90 everywhere. Yeah. Now it's about how many miles a gallon I can get.
It's our grandpa trucks. That's what it is. Papaw trucks is what my wife calls it. Trying to draw the defense off sides. Going to use that last time out for Spencer County.
Timeout. Bears.
40 seconds left, John. Spencer County leads 14-10.
Yep.
Ugly game all the way around.
It is.
But an ugly W is still a W.
It is. It is. There's going to be no pictures. I mean, we got it on film, I guess, so you can't really say that. But when you look at that record, when you go on KHSAA and you look at the schedule and you see that W, that's all you're going to see. So hoping here Spencer County is able to close this out. And, now you start thinking about what can you do. Of course, we talked earlier about with Keon and what he's able to do and how he and Marksbury build a trust where he understands certain things that he needs to accomplish on a play. Well, Paxton Truett's been doing this for a long time too. And I tell you what, I honestly, if we're going to run a play here, which I'm sure we are, third down, I might consider that play we ran for a 2-point conversion. If we can get something like that going where Paxton can throw the ball on the outside to a wide-open receiver, that might actually be all we need to get that first down.
Green goes in motion. Takes the pitch. It's
high.
That's
not what we needed.
Grabs it. Makes one man miss. And that's going to make it fourth and very long. Dover calls his second timeout.
It's going to force Spencer County
31
to punt.
Seconds left. The Bears will have to punt.
Just ball just pitched a little bit too high over top of Green's head. But now, if you're Fairdale, you have a little bit of life. You know, you're going to get this punt, and that's we're going to eat up 3 or 4 or 5 seconds or so off the clock. So Fairdale's going to have 25, 26 seconds, something like that to work with. And one timeout left to try to get down the field. And we've seen in some previous games, watching film, them take some deep shots downfield and actually complete them. But there's that pitch over Green's head. I love the fact that Green had the awareness to pick up the ball and try to move with it, though. I mean, obviously, your thought as a football player is to pick up that first down. My thought, as somebody up here calling this game, is pick up that ball, keep that clock running. Because if he would have went down, you know, they would have instantly called timeout, and with them not having that ability to call timeout until he was down, probably saved us 3 or 4 seconds.
Fairdale's going to bring the house here, try to get the block.
Good punt.
Does get the punt off.
Went out of bounds.
Out of bounds about the, see where they mark it.
I imagine it's going to be about the 45. They're going to go 44.
44-yard line.
I'm fine with that.
27.2 seconds left. One timeout for Fairdale. They have to have a touchdown.
They do. Have to have a touchdown. Don't really expect
get a steady dose of where on Spencer County's side, we knew we was going to get a steady dose of running the football.
Yeah.
You're going to see nothing but passes here.
Yep, that's right. Fairdale needing chunk yardage, needing it fast.
They broke the huddle with 12.
They broke the huddle with 12. They did. They had legal formation earlier. No
Butler
issues.
going long, one-on-one. Smaller, that's way over.
That is not pass interference. You cannot throw that flag. Uncatchable ball, and both of them are hand-checking each other. That is a terrible call if that goes against Spencer County. And that's what it is. They're going to call pass interference on the Bears. Going to be a 15-yard penalty, going to bring the ball up to the 41-yard line. Terrible, terrible call from the officials. 21.7 seconds left. Fairdale still with one timeout. That's a hold. And that's an interception. Ball game right there.
Isaiah Smith, the sophomore, picks up the interception, and that'll win the ball game for the Bears.
Spencer County going to squeak by with one right here, Bo. This is one that I'll sit here and say the Bears did not earn this win. They didn't earn it at all. They're going to get lucky to get away with the W here tonight. Fairdale came ready for them, and Spencer County, they decided they weren't going to show up. So look at the Country Mart instant replay here, and there was pressure coming, and there was a hold on that, but still Ryan Tobey able to get his hands up. And then just what we talked about earlier about getting after. You get after Butler, Butler's going to, panic, and he throws the ball up. He threw the ball up there. Isaiah Smith able to track it, come down with the interception to win the game.
Victory formation for the Bears. And that's going to do it. The final score, Spencer County 14, Fairdale 10. We're going to take a quick break, get some stuff together, and we'll be right back on GHP Sports.
Are you looking for a reputable shop to take care of your ride? Stop by Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center, offering all manner of body and mechanical work to keep your vehicle looking and performing at its best. Conveniently located at 910 Taylorsville Road in Taylorsville, or find us on the web at Dougherty'sBodyShop.com. Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center. Big or small, we fix it all.
Back here at Fairdale High School, where the Bears have squeaked away with a win tonight, 14-10 over Fairdale. And John, we'll quickly go over some stuff because we're going to try to get out of here pretty quick.
Yeah.
So I'm going to read some stats here right quick. Spencer County, 16 first downs, 43 rushes for 212 yards, 0 for 5 passing, except, we did have the one on the 2-point conversion.
Yep.
48 total plays for 212 yards, 2 turnovers, 4 of 9 on third down, 1 of 4 on fourth down. And for Fairdale, 17 first downs, 29 rushes for 86 yards, 12 of 21 and 1 interception for Butler for 97 yards. Total plays 51 for 198. They were 5 of 13 on third down, 1 of 4 on fourth down. And individually tonight for the Bears, Jake Green, 13 rushes for 91 yards. Keon Davis, who left the game in the first half, 8 rushes for 48. Noah Kropp, 9 for 40. Brody Phelps, 8 for 21. And Armin Smalley, 1 for 5. Paxton Truitt, 2 for 2. And no passes completed for the Bears. But we're going a different route tonight, John, with our Trevor Brown Construction Player of the Game. A lot of these guys, they don't get a lot of love, the linemen, but tonight we've got to give it to Richard Gilbert.
Yeah, we do. Big old boy, we joke sometimes, Sunshine.
Call him Sunshine.
Got that long, flowing blonde hair that Bo is so very envious of. And you know, it's this kid, we've seen him now for the last couple years go out there and really have an impact on the offensive line. He's playing a lot of defense, and really that was where we noticed a lot of what he did tonight was on the defensive side of the ball, getting pressure up the middle, stopping some of those inside runs. Of course, Fairdale really did enjoy in a lot of the film that we saw running between the tackles. And when you get a guy like Gilbert in there who's going to work like he does to get those stops on the inside. And then that last possession, Bo, when we saw that last possession, Spencer County working to get those first downs. They didn't get the last one, we know, because of the ball pitch, but the one they got before that, I mean, you've seen that offensive line, and we could see Gilbert. He was the left tackle, and just the drive he was able to get on that, you know, that's stepping up when you're needed. That's what Cam was talking about earlier, in the fact that, you know, all these guys had an opportunity now to step up, to be a leader, to do what they could to try to help this team get a victory. And honestly, seeing his play tonight, Bo, I think Richard Gilbert was one of those guys that said, I'll do it.
I'll do it, Coach. I'll do it. He did. He stepped up. You've seen him a lot in the backfield. May have not got the tackle, but he was there to help clean a lot of stuff up during that. And definitely one deserving on a tough night all the way around for many Bears. Prayers go out to Keon. Don't know exactly how bad he is hurt.
Yeah, the extent
of it, but I'm sure he'll come back fighting. So wish well for him as Coach Marksbury's wrapping up with the team, and we'll get down to Tyler.
I know he didn't do it, but boy, it would have been nice. Coach Hall here tonight, if he could have went down there and sung with the boys tonight, but those times are gone, and they're going to be missed. And so, but still, just really good to get out of here with the W tonight. It wasn't the prettiest W that we were ever going to have, but it's really nice to get it. And Spencer County got a week now to prepare for Western Hills and what they have going on over there. Is Western Hills traveling to Spencer County to play the Bears next weekend. And let's see here. I think we're going to have – yeah, I see Tyler down there. He's got Richard Gilbert walking his way. Tyler, let's talk to our Trevor Brown Construction Player of the Game.
All right, I'm here with Richard Gilbert. You had a great game today. In your head, how were you able to get the success you had on pressuring the defense?
I was able to get the success. Really, it's just doing my technique, knowing what the strength is called, what the coach tells me to do. It's really just listening and using my brain. That's really all it took, yeah.
I mean, you looked fantastic out there. The amount of times you were pressing the quarterback, especially on that last play. I mean, it's just fantastic the way you played out there. And I mean, even better, you came out with a win. So congrats on that, and go celebrate with your team.
Well, thank you, man.
You're welcome.
All right, and done there with Richard Gilbert, our Trevor Brown Construction Player of the Game. Now our Kelly Hubbock coach's interview. Got Coach Marksbury on the side there with Tyler, and I'm sure Coach Marksbury's got a few things to talk about.
Yeah, so I'm here with Coach Marksbury. A little slow off the start. I think everybody saw that. What were the keys to success in the second half to come out on top?
Well, they're staying outside of us, and we just really have to. We need to be able to throw the ball early because they're just stacking the line, but we're not protecting, so we didn't want to get behind the chains. They're just wide, and we just got to be patient and grind it out. The problem is when you're doing that and you're taking your 4 and 5 yards, which is what we were doing, then you get down there and you lose yardage or you get a penalty, and it just gets you behind the chains. So look, they're really athletic and they're big and they're physical, and they were well prepared for us. I know Coach Shipley was taking care of the defense, and we've won against him several years. But look, it's on the road against an athletic team. We just made enough plays. I went from, oh my gosh, we're not going to be able to score, till we run the rocket and Jake scores. Oh my God, we're not going to be able to stop them. So I mean, it was just a range of emotions. But look, our kids fought and battled, and it's good to get a road win, and got homecoming next week and we get back home. But this one was tough, and I'm proud of them.
Thank you, Coach. Congrats on the win.
Thank you, Coach, and thank you, Tyler. And John, again, escape here with a win, not what everybody thought, but we're going to try to get out of here real quick. Western Hills next week.
Western Hills.
District play starts, homecoming.
Yep.
So if you don't want to stay at home, come out and support these kids.
Please.
If not, John and I will walk into your living room and maybe dance the Cotton Eye Joe.
Yeah, fix some good snacks while we're there, too. That would be nice.
So final score tonight, Spencer County 14, Fairdale 10. John and I will see you next Friday night on GHP Sports.